You're going.
I'm trying. Oh.
And you are failing.
Yes, I am. Welcome back, everyone, to more Borderlands D&D. So, last session, everybody continued their journeys north. They ran into a patrol, paid their tax to the patrol with an interesting set of statues, and sent part of said patrol after the Cranston Lance group following them, which unfortunately included Bertram. While you guys were on the way, Bertram and the Lance were jumped. However, they managed to handle it. I was going to say well, but that does not feel appropriate given somebody got ran over.
I think there's vomit in my shoes.
And there is vomit on your shoes. The car got turned into a bit of a top. It went. We'll just say it went. Meanwhile, with the other group, they managed to make it to their destination, reach it, and they decided to drive a little ways off, rest for the night, and start into the Iridian ruins. Why are words so elusive today? Iridian ruins in the morning when they were fresh. However, in the middle of night, as a snowstorm incurred in, movement was seen outside. Oh, it's gonna be a day. Was seen outside, and Schmidt decided to investigate. Who then proceeded to walk out of sight of the camper, was jumped by some kind of creature and started to run off with. And we had a bit of a tag and chase, trying to catch this very slippery entity before eventually it got away. However, it did not take your tiny teammate with it, so there are pluses.
I don't know, is that a plus?
Well, you didn't lose a teammate.
I mean, yes, but it's Smeet. Is that a plus that we kept him? That might be a negative,
Schmidt's
man.
pretty useful.
It's a bit useful, yes.
He's
But
pretty
we could
useful.
have kept the other thing instead. We could have tamed it with the Smeet corpse.
Neither will remember this.
This is the start of his origin story. Was it a canon event? But the rest of the night was relatively uneventful, I shall say. And by morning, the snowstorm has mostly abated. It's still snowing a bit, but it's mostly abated. So we'll pick up with, in the morning, you guys are here recovering and popping out of the little hut you're in, and the other group is driving a little ways off, taking a detour for the nearest bandit clan, I believe. Correct me, hold on, pause for that one, I guess. Correct me if I'm wrong, were you wanting to scout the town first, or go to collect the clans, start the clan issues first?
It was a town scout, see its general, whatnot, and then it was, oh, idea. You know what? Nah. Just make them fight each other.
Okay, so it was had to start the fight first, okay.
But we were, yeah, basically.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure which order to put your events in.
Probably if there's any, like, nighttime thing, it was the time spent getting back to the bunch of dead bandits so we could pick up some accoutrement from them to properly frame.
Yeah, no, get that. I meant, like, which town you were heading to first, effectively. I just wanted to keep it in mind. We are, however, I think, going to pick up with the group that's near the Iridian ruins.
The wackadoo of a fishing line, man.
A what?
Super Mario 64, the camera operator.
Oh my god, I repressed those.
Why would you repress Lakitu?
Because it usually came along with those ones that were dropping the spiky shells from the sky.
It was only visible in the startup thing and in the mirror room. Those were just his
but he
idiot
makes-
friends.
Yeah, I was saying, but they make me think of him. Oh, now that trauma's been brought back up. Morning has come. Everything is kind of cold. A lot of cold. Minus those who slept next to the heater. However, stepping outside will still be cold. How is everybody on this fine morning after your incidents last night?
He's fine.
Having slept near the heater, not cold.
Touche. Alright, remarkably quiet. Clay, I'll say, Clay and your guide are already outside. Early risers are just sat around a nice bonfire. I say bonfire, campfire would be more accurate. I don't know where we'd get the materials for a full-on bonfire up this way.
Fully among fat.
Touche. How is the morning looking for everybody? I just want to say, like, any preps or plans before anything heads out?
A reminder above game, it was mentioned last time about the Odogaron that attacked fucking Schmeat. That was the one that Tanya saw before. Looks similar.
Was it? I don't know if we actually got. Did we actually get confirmation about that? Like, I know that people were saying something like that, but it's like I wasn't aware that we actually got confirmation about that.
Oh, there's no confirmation. It's just Tanya said that last time before people went to bed.
Ah. Matt, would you like to confirm
I believe
that
Tanya's exact words were she saw something that she thought was similar in the vehicle that showed up at the what's the name of the town Glacier's Rest in the back of the Crimson Lance vehicle, and she said it believes she thought it looked similar. The silence reigns.
Morning. People are just getting the crust out of their eyes.
That's fair.
Having to just deal with existing.
That is a challenge on Pandora some days, especially in the north here. I think part of the way, if you guys are pretty quiet throughout a while, part of the way through breakfast, Clay would speak up and go like, hey, so, y'all like to explain what happened with everything last night? Just as a seemed kind of important moment.
People were stupid.
What? That doesn't really help. What kind of stupid? Like, oh no, I made a bad choice, stupid, or like this is
Me
Pandora.
went out
why,
into the blizzard
stupid.
after I told him that there was something out there, and something tried to get him. And then he went back out into the blizzard even further, after successfully getting away from it. Because he went to hunt it.
I had to go to bed. What happened with that?
In the end, they couldn't catch it or pin it down. It got away. It is a very hard creature to catch in heavy obfuscation.
Cowardly. Ran away.
Sorry, I thought that was a buff game. That was my answer.
Oh.
But at the same time, that makes sense for Shmeat. I'm not telling you you were wrong. I was just saying. What did you get jumped by? Like anything we gotta worry about out here?
I have no idea.
I'm a person here too who has meat. I would like to not get jumped.
It was in the middle of a snowstorm. No idea.
Pig dog lizard thing.
Skag?
No. Kind of. It's a bigger, longer, kind of like scaly.
Do we know it could turn invisible?
Do now.
You do know for a fact that in a snowstorm it was nearly invisible and only able to really be caught within a very short radius. Only be able to be seen within a very short distance.
couldn't really see it very much. I wonder if it had like some cloaking stuff.
Alright. Large scaly lizard thing. Cloaking. Not good. No solos then. Understood.
It is unclear though if it would have attacked if it wasn't for Schmeat. I don't know if it was actively attacking or not.
Probably just hungry and saw something it could pay.
I bite that.
Light does tend to attract things.
Alright, duly noted. Keep everybody keep up in pairs, it sounds like then. Don't want to get caught out with that.
We learned that Schmeat has a fire spirit.
You know, okay. Do you mean that literally, or...
She's gonna like gesture for him to come in close. Somebody needs to keep an eye on Schmeat. I don't know if he is very good at controlling his instincts.
Gives the, like, okay, like, yes. Like, this couldn't end badly at all, like, just that knowing nod, I guess.
He's a natural born killer. Look at him.
Scratching his ear with a split.
Yes. Natural born.
He is liable to eat you if you ain't careful.
So, question anybody, has anybody been in one of these ruins yet?
Our guide was. Not us, so.
Okay, I'll speak up. I haven't been in the ruins. I knew where they were. I tried to avoid them on principle. I was
Well, I think
my
you got
job
more
was to get you to them.
I think you got more sense than we do.
That doesn't take much.
He's like, I'm staying up here with the truck. Y'all get to go in and have fun. But Hancock, Clay is like, I'm checking just to see if any of you have done anything, as I don't know what anybody here has done fully. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that you haven't been in many of them, nor you, and he's gonna point at Schmeat and Nessa. Probably not you, and he points at, Crystal. But, I guess keep an eye out for any... You see something kind of tall, skinny, and freaky, just, it's not good news, you can shoot it.
Can we give it a hug?
Yeah. I've never given it a hug, admittedly. I've mostly ran from them. As for what's in there for traps or other issues, I have not a ton of ideas. Most of the ones I've been into, most of the top surface levels have been cleared out already by bandits or other folks coming through, wannabe vault hunters.
Any idea what we might find?
Depending on how pillaged it is, no. Maybe some artifacts. Maybe an interesting gun.
I wonder what'll happen if I lick the wall again.
That is an excellent question. Are you going to lick the wall again?
Probably. Worked good last time.
Nods. You do that. Okay. Well, that was just all I was wanting to give the heads up on. See if anybody else had better experience with it than me, and then no, so let's go, I guess. Unless objections, of course.
Let's do it.
Bring us to the dungeon, DM.
Bring us to the dungeon. All right. So, everybody piles in. Feel free to interrupt me at any point along the way, of course. Everybody piles in. Gets back in. Most people get back into the trailer because it is insulated, and now there are 2 heaters running, and it is nice compared to outside. Clay and the guide get in the front again and suffer for the 20 minutes it takes to get back.
He's staying in the damn thing. He can suffer.
Yeah, he's gonna be the one who's hiding in the trailer soon. Drive the 20 minutes back, and you are back to those, like, the previous described area with, like, the slight raised bit that you can go down in, that's raising up out of the ice, and the different pillars coming up around it that are at different heights and sizes, and slight differences in angles of this, like, that same, like, silvery sheen with purplish veins running through it all. It's kind of like in this... It's like at the bottom of like a slight ravine where it starts to meet from like 3 different like canyon bits running off. It helps cut the wind, but it is still cold. Everybody prepared and ready to go. That is the DM. That is not Clay getting fucking weird with an accent suddenly. As you guys started to walk in, I will say the first thing you notice is there's already just stepping in and starting down this kind of slick, like there's a little bit of running water. It's like a thin trickle of it all as it already starts to warm up compared to the outside. However, when I say it starts to warm up, it's going from -30 to -10 warming up. It just seems that wherever the metals contact, there seems to be a little bit of heat offput that is letting the ice melt and run down some before refreezing. Everybody starts to head down in it a little ways, and there's a slight glow to the area that at least keeps it illuminated so you guys can see to an extent. It won't be great eyesight the whole way through so far, but like it seems like it's keeping it where everybody has at least a modicum of perception left. But as you guys are going down, Clay will offer like these little like cylinder, like they're basically supercharged glow sticks to everybody. Because they have a lot, so he can offer 1 to each person.
Barry takes his.
is effectively a one-use torch, but with glow stick light.
That won't be put out by a fire.
It won't be put out by a fire or if it's dropped in water. Why would it be put out by a fire? What?
Because then you don't have a torch to hold on to.
You know what? I hadn't considered it that way. Fair point.
Then you just have fire stick that burns really quickly.
It makes me wonder about casting grease on somebody holding a torch, but that doesn't matter for a different day. This is the wrong game for that. Hopefully. As everybody continues down the path, you initially emerge out into a bit of a longer cavern where you notice chunks of this metal peeking up through and sticking up, causing some more of the ice to melt. And it seems like a lot of this area is a bit warmer than most of it. A lot of the ice the floor has like melted away, so it's not a very solid surface. It seems there's a lot of like ridges and pillars and bits stuck in here. And I heard an echo. But as you guys are starting to peer through here, the metal runs through the ceilings, through the walls, the floor. Mostly ice flooring. Mostly ice flooring of what's left, like I said, with the melted bits. Something that would stand out here that you can catch a glimpse of already is for Crystal. Towards the edge of the start of the floor, starting to like break down and melt into these just gaps running down that go down a decent distance, you will see a piton. Actually, a couple pitons, probably. Can't currently see all the way to the other side of the room, but you do have illumination for probably a good 70 feet ahead that you can see.
Does anybody else see them?
It is just oddly silent, right? Something's not gone wrong.
Oh, yeah, it's just
Okay.
not oddly silent.
No.
Something's gone wrong.
Oh, yep, nope, we
Nothing has
cannot
been
hear you,
happening.
Thad. That would be why it is oddly silent.
Cool. I've been talking this whole time for
Yeah.
actually 10 sessions starting.
Oh no.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Thought he
Well,
was
that
being
explains it.
ignored.
I asked what a piton was, then I looked it up. I know what a piton is now. You said it was illuminated.
Yeah, you can
Our
probably
own light
see
source.
maybe 70-ish feet with the glow given off by the walls. The purple glow emanates through this ever so slightly.
Does anything stick out besides, the pitons, which I'm assuming is still climbing gear?
Yeah,
spikes.
it's part of it's the spikes for climbing gear. The standing out, you can't see currently from here wherever the bottom of this the melted sections of ice have fallen off into. You will notice, of course, that a lot of the sections of ice that are exposed, like the slight walls and pillars that run across the floor now, are going to be probably fairly slick, considering they have partial water covering on the top. The heat's emanated, so it might just be like heat from the metal is currently causing this room to partially melt, even though it still feels relatively fairly cold in here to everybody's exposed skin. A very faint coppery smell.
Coppery as in blood coppery smell?
Probably in the lane of blood coppery.
Cool.
Smells nice.
What is
Smells like home, right?
So we're not the first people who have been here then.
Apparently not. Don't know
Yeah,
if
if
it's
it
still
smells
here
like-
or not.
If it smells like it, should be at least somewhat recent.
I haven't seen any pools of blood yet. Or any blood markings anywhere. Which means there could be something that came behind them, or blood just froze. Diluted. By the ice melting. Is there anything, anywhere to go from here? Like, is there a clear path going forward? Deeper into
No,
this
unfortunately, it seems like a lot of it is broken up and separated into, like I said, like these shelf walls that run along the floor, or pillars of ice sticking up still, or sometimes exposed pieces of the iridium infrastructure.
You mentioned pigeons. Is there a clear, defined roof above us?
Yes, there is. Probably about 30 feet up.
And we see within 70 feet. Are there any holes in the ceiling?
Nothing I would say that was come out like an actual hole. There are like some grooves and indents, but no like clear path up into it.
Understandable. So this obviously isn't the last room in this ruined. So my goal would be to look for anything that sticks out that shouldn't be here. Anything that humans would have touched or left. Or living people, I should say.
Make an investigation check or a survival check, I would say. But you can only probably check this side of it all. You still know you can't see all the way to the other side, and there's this whole issue of a floor.
I'm not reading my dice. I don't know where I was putting them. I'm making a survival check, by the way.
Okay.
26.
26 is pretty good. I'd say, of course, there's the pittons, obviously, that seem to have been placed in there somewhat recently. They're not something that's been exposed to all of this for a long term. Exact time, probably hard to decide. As you look around, any real footprints or other issues probably would have been wiped away with the constant, what seems to be like the semi-constant slight melt and refreeze that's going on. You probably find specks of like, if I think in one of the areas, you probably find a bit of like crumbs and stuff like brushed off in the area that have like a ration bar, maybe.
Well, he's doing
And
that.
a couple
Wait,
expense shell
anywhere?
casings.
While Crystal's doing that, can Tanya find a warm spot on the wall and lick it?
No, yes. I was gonna say roll, but it's very obvious where they are. You know what? If you want to find a warm spot to lick it, you might have to jump over one of these small gaps to get to it.
It's just kind of running a handle on the wall to find a place that isn't frozen.
You see it there, but it is a small jump to get it onto another icy patch. Do you take it?
I don't know how big is a small jump.
Like 5-6 feet.
Oh yes, definitely.
Acrobatics or athletics, please.
It's a 17 on the die.
It's high enough. As Crystal, you start to look around and do this, and everybody notices as Tanya just runs the hand and then makes a small jump onto another icy patch. And do you actually lick the wall? Like, is that the serious take we're doing here? I have to ask to make sure.
Oh yes.
Roll a d20.
Get her tongue frozen to the wall.
15. That's why I was finding
Despite
the wall.
Despite it being very cold, it is just warm enough that your tongue does not freeze to the wall.
No iridium effects this time.
No, last time, remember, you activated a drain effect on it. To trigger anything.
I didn't remember that happening, I just remember licking it.
Yeah, last time you actually tried to drain the iridium structure.
This place got
It triggered your energy. That's actually a fair point. I neglected to mention this to our two sirens. You can feel that faint buzz, slight bit of like buzz or energy that you could feel in the previous ruin.
Is there any place where it just gets stronger?
Not really
More
here, at
noticeable?
least.
Hmm.
But you guys are also still just like in these entryway cavern.
So I kind of want to try drinking the wall like I did last time. Maybe I'll wait till we're on the way out in case it makes a collapse or something. Or I might turn the heat off and that just be uncomfortable.
Is the heat even on?
Thank you for your consideration.
Let us out. Yeah, we didn't
Still
stick
like-
around last time to see what happened when you bothered it.
There's a puppy crying outside.
Yes, there is.
Are you sure it's not a demon masquerading itself as a puppy? You
It
won't
could be a
say.
child.
Do you smell rotten eggs?
Yeah, we ain't going outside regardless.
Does the flesh call to you?
No, the flesh does not call to me. My flesh hates me.
You are a flesh and blood and bone, Matthew.
I don't care. It fucking hates me, man. Cody, how would you guys like to continue?
I am debating on just melting this ice. But if we're surrounded by ice, it's just gonna collapse on top of us.
You are, sir. This is mostly ice.
That might break the integrity.
I have ice
Yeah.
climbing gear. So does Barry.
Very.
That could be the structural integrity ice. It keeps the whole ice wall up.
Barry
Do
can
you know
also
how to
explode
tell?
if need be to break
I got
the
another
wall.
platform. Is there another platform I can jump on too?
Oh, absolutely. There's probably a number of platforms in sight that you can make a steady jumping to.
Let's jump across a few.
All right. Make it acrobatics or athletics, and I'll give you a short little bit of progress, depending. How
16.
far do you want to go?
This is kind of testing the ground, like not getting too much momentum for sliding and whatnot.
Couple.
This is kind of a,
Couple
Yeah.
wall hops, maybe 2, 3.
yeah, jump a few smaller ones.
Okay. What'd you get?
16.
16 is enough to do a couple small jumps easy. As you start to test it, and as you take a couple leaps forward, you go from like this one little like piece that's on like hugging out from the wall, like a little shelf, to like a longer but kind of thin one, to a small pillar of it all. And you'll note it is fairly slick, but if careful, it's not unmanageable. The only ones that seem iffy are like the pillars seem fairly sturdy, but if you hit a wall, that one did seem to like crackle a little bit, since it's that, at least the one you hit, like it's a long thin piece of ice on that step. Those are the ones that seem inherently a little less sturdy.
Hey Shmeet,
Huh?
can you make claws and just like climb the wall or something?
You have people with ice climbing gear.
Give me the rope.
Shmeet will be easier to pull up.
Where-
Matt, can Tanya see anything else now that she's a bit further?
hold on, I'm looking at the map. You went forward like a hop, skip, and leap. 70 feet aside, you probably went about 20 feet forward. I'd say you can see the other side of this area. Like, you can start to see the outside of like a wall across the far side.
Also found the other wall. Don't see anything else.
Actually, from here, I can give you guys a bit of a... This seems overall to be maybe 80 feet of iffy terrain like this, with splotches of, like I said, those like ridge walls of ice sticking up with the pillars of ice. In the middle, there's like a hefty band where it seems steady melted of Iridian, of the Iridian infrastructure that sticks up, but after that, it goes back to the inconsistent floor.
Hmm. I don't see any stairs or anything else to really climb down too well, aside from the pinions. Crystal pointed out already.
You can start to see on the opposing wall, there's a slight entryway. Sorry.
You keep leaving out one detail at a time.
I do! I'm terrible at it. I'm trying to work on it. I'm terrible about it. I'm looking at my notes.
I make a statement and then you just add one more thing each time that invalidates the previous.
I will stop doing that. I will do my best to stop doing this. I apologize.
He's lying. He's gonna continue doing it all night long. Every time he says anything. Anytime.
Dinosaur eats force field dogs.
Well, now I'm writing force field dogs down for later.
Might be a hole down here that we can keep going down.
Alright, let's go.
Although, try to stick to the pillars when jumping.
How would everyone like to proceed?
Let's go down the hole, or at least investigate the rest of the plane and see if the hole. That really is the only way up, and then do it.
Alright.
If going down the hole is the only way to proceed, we should go down the hole.
Who would like to proceed
Pretty much, yeah.
across? Wait,
I'm a,
go down this, or they proceed across to like the entryway that seems to be on the other side? Legit question.
Tanya's gonna finish her hop and skip over.
Oh, you're gonna finish the remainder of the whole pit?
I mean, I gotta get to the other side to get to there, don't I?
Alright, no, that's fair. I just want to make sure I know what's happening. Same as before.
That was also where I was going to go.
It's an athletic acrobatics to make it across to the people who would like to attempt it. It'll be one for the first half and one for the second half.
18.
18 is enough.
Am I only making one since I'm already partway across?
Yes, you've already made a couple, so you're already pretty okay to just, as Tanya takes a couple, like, breaths and then starts to build up momentum, hitting these, trying to stick to, like, the slightly drier patches or rougher sketches of it that you can get a better grip on. You hit the middle piece, which is running rather warm, and you make it across with some pretty good finesse and grace. Step, 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 and twist.
I have a question.
I mean,
That's
acrobatics, did you say?
Acrobatics and then athletics, or athletics and acrobatics?
Athletics or acrobatics. And you'll make one for the first half and one for the second half.
Okay.
Can I ride Tex?
Well, I started out
Yes.
pretty good with the 19 plus 7, so that's 26. And then the second one would have been an 11, but I added 7 to it. So, yay, 18.
18, okay.
I have 24 and 18.
24 and 18.
Vanessa would like to ride Tex across if she can.
You absolutely can.
Falls immediately into a
21
pit.
and 22.
That is more than enough. I think that leaves Schmeat.
Fall into the pit of death.
Now this is where Schmeat busts out like sugar glider flaps and just glides across.
Do it. Do it. I want to see that.
Turns into fucking Knuckles.
Now I have to roll for Clay.
And Schmeat doesn't chuckle.
It's not bad for Clay.
I now have Pumpkin Hill stuck in my head.
24.
What?
24. That was an over
24 on the
Yes.
first one and the second one.
16.
Alright, 16 is enough. As everybody proceeds to make a couple hop, skips, and leaps. All in varying manners of nice grace, a random robo-raptor just clawing across, and I'd almost say like kind of like gorilla bounds for Schmeat. What do you think? Of just like bounds and leaping between piece to piece.
Oh, yeah.
And Clay's barely skating by, half-assed, like waving arms at random steps, trying to keep his balance as he makes step to step. Everybody rolled really well and just skipped across the icy fields. As you guys all find yourself on the other side, that faint glow continues. And right here you can see more of the same infrastructure kind of like burrowing out and keeping a path open in the ice a little bit. And now that you're here, Tanya, you got here first, so you probably notice it first. Over here on the wall seems to be the first sign of some blood splatter that seems partially frozen over. Mostly, it's probably frozen at this point, mostly frozen at this point. With that same little half melt.
Wait for them to the rest of them to get across and point it out. Is blood on the wall, probably kind of fresh. How much?
As somebody intimately familiar with blood spray, probably a decent swing. Like somebody took like a decent slash or a decent swing with how it's sprayed and splattered. So about a hefty strike's worth. And then there's, I guess there'd be some on the ground actually from dripping wounds, but not much.
Got a big meaty swing. Might be able to follow a bit of a blood trail. Unless they wrapped it up good. Wonder if we've got some kind of like bandit or explorer betrayal, like they found gold or something and are killing each other over it. Who knows?
All right, we back to the quiet. So otherwise, I'll just assumed everybody.
There's part of me that's always just now like, Thaddeus could be talking. We won't know
It's
until
muted.
like we won't know until like 10 seconds after. No, you're not muted.
It's a joke. We're
So we
always
won't know.
worried now of just if you're muted or not.
We won't know until like 10 seconds later when we get a chat pop saying, "Can you hear me?"
Again.
Alright, proceeding down, I assume, then.
Yeah. How's the blood trail follow?
Yes.
Blood trail continues. I'd probably say like 10 feet into this tunnel you guys are starting into, which gets darker than the previous room. It seems to be a little bit more icy. Before it peters off, they probably patched it up quickly with either like a stim or a medical pack, or not a stim, a health pack, or bandages and gauze.
Patch themselves up quick, but big slash like that, climbing, going around here is probably gonna still sting and hurt some. Might slow him down.
All right.
Hey,
Everybody
Hancock.
proceed. Oh, okay. Yeah.
There weren't any
What'd you-
vehicle. There weren't any vehicle trails or anything around here when we got here, were there, that you saw?
I wasn't looking too hard last night when we got here, and if there were, that blizzard last night probably would have covered them.
Didn't know if you saw anyone driving there.
Nothing that stood out this morning, at least.
Well, we find what we find.
That's kind of how it goes in these little dives.
How much of a how much of a downward descent do we have?
That's actually a bit I was gonna say. It starts to head at a steady incline, steady decline. Sorry. Hold on, I'm trying to guess angles. It's not. It's at a decently steep decline at this point. I'm not gonna try to guess angles. That's dumb. I'm not that good at that. If you wish to attempt to slide.
Yeah. Unless someone's going to stop her, Tanya's gonna sit down and looks like she's about to push herself off the slide down.
I'm trying to debate what check for controlling your slide, and I'm leaning towards acrobatics or maybe sleight of hand.
Just sitting there with a sword out
That's what
because they
you
swords
do.
out to control speed.
Tanya,
Yes.
have you really thought this through?
Yeah.
You don't know.
I
what
mean,
could
are
be at
you
the
really
bottom of
set
this.
on doing this?
It should be fun.
I mean,
I didn't hear what Thaddeus said.
very
You
shrugged.
don't know what could be at the bottom here. There could be like ice spikes or something.
I've been
Or
impaled.
just
That happened
drop
last
off.
time.
Or a monster.
Or
We've dealt
not.
with those before. Also, I don't plan on going full speed. You know, I got my swords out here and slow me some.
Well,
Whenever
Have
you
a
wanna
nice
roll me your
time.
check.
Barry gives her a push.
Is it a push or is it just like a slap on the back from?
A very deliberate push to make sure she gets a good go of it. Have fun! Not to go and fuck her up, but just to make sure she has a good starting go, right?
You're just gonna be hearing just wee down the tunnel.
Echoing.
Have fun! Barry just yells down the tunnel.
All right, what is your check? I want to see if you are handling this well or if you are ping-ponging on the walls.
What am I rolling?
That's what I was gonna say, acrobatics or I let sleight of hand go for like precision bits here, but probably acrobatics.
Oh, look, there's the sirens again.
19.
That's a lot of sirens. There you go.
That's a pretty good roll. However, Dylan failed his, and the cops are coming for him now.
Oh, yep.
As the second time in recent sessions, Tanya decides to start picking up speed on probably a path that she really shouldn't, as it starts to continue down at this steady decline. and has some bobs and weaves in it as you just wee, wee, and you start to pick up, and you'll pass like a slight outclove and be like,
That's what the swords are for, to slow her down, so.
exactly. You're just, but would she really slow down much?
No.
That's what I thought. And by a long shot, unless anybody's joining her on the slide, Tanya, you will arrive at the next one first.
You know what? Bear is convinced. Hey, who's the one who's kept on getting all those bandit axes? Buzzsaw axes.
Crystal.
Who just went down?
No, I'm
That's Tanya.
standing.
Crystal.
I'm walking. I'm slowly going down.
Hey, Crystal. Can I go borrow 2 buzzsaw axes? Wait, no, I have ice axe or something, right?
Yeah, you
I
bought
should have
one,
the ice climbing gear. Slide down!
I like to picture there's two adventurers down here, hearing the wee. It's just and the like, good luck. Just like, oh god, bandits, they just threw a fucking psycho down.
Listen. Oh, what's that sport called where you fucking you slide it across the rock across
Luge?
the ice? What?
The luge?
Curling?
Curling. It's psycho curling all over again.
Hey,
I'm a big fan of curling.
psycho curling is a wonderful sport of Pandora.
It is. It's actually instated here in this northern region. And in the southern region. They have a very high rivalry.
Is this an acrobatics or athletics? Or can it be either?
This is acrobatics for precision.
Okay, that's 21.
Okay, that is more than enough. As Tanya, you'll pick it up and you hear a wee, 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 and it's picked up by a wee, wee, as the different deeper voices pick in.
Is anyone else
And
going?
is anyone else going?
Like it.
Oh, looks like it.
Gonna slide head
He
first down.
doesn't have any ice
What'd
climbing
it say?
gear.
Doesn't need it.
But you
He
have,
doesn't care. Make your
Exact
check,
clause.
man. Make a.
25.
Is Sweet just sliding on his belly?
Yes.
Just head good. Yes,
I'm sure he can use his claws to go and turn.
Yes.
Meanwhile,
All right, I have to ask because we keep doing this one at a time. This is a group question. Is anyone else sliding down this ramp?
Oh,
He
I'm
was
not doing
curious
that.
at first, but then
Come
he
on, Max.
wouldn't go down.
Nessa, Crystal, and Handtop at the top.
I have a question.
What is your question?
Can Tex use his claws to slowly climb down?
You all can walk steady, no problem. Just taking your time.
Can he slide on his little belly?
I won't say no. It makes like he probably could. I mean, they're all sliding, so.
Tech sled.
Tex would like to slide.
But not Nessa.
No.
Make an acrobatics or sleight of hand check for him.
In the language of Roboraptor, do we get we?
Yeah, but it's like everybody else is like wee, 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 and then you hear.
He got dirty 20.
That's pretty good. So everybody hears that echoing behind them. Just that's the noise between its noises and the metal screeching on the across the ice.
Whoever was in here before,
And you're just
is
gonna hear
probably
Nessa
out there
scream.
now.
You capped your mic out. None of us caught that, I don't think.
None of us got it.
You just hear Nessa scream, "No, I don't want to go."
The
Does he
robot
have
take
any
you with you?
gear on him?
Wait,
At all?
Vanessa, are you still on it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, confirmed. And then you hear the scream, a high-pitched scream, is what it sounds like.
Oh, this is wonderful. Lovely, lovely, lovely.
And great. What are you talking about?
I know, that's the perfect bit of it. This is great.
That's just fantastic.
Oh my goodness.
Choo choo.
Right. I'm the last one up here.
You and Clay.
I don't think Smeet has
If all
any
your friends
gear.
jumped
You're
off
not
a cliff, would you?
The answer is apparently yes.
If they all
The
jumped
problem
off with bungee ropes and one of them didn't, yes. Simply so I can catch that one that didn't. So, I need to chase after Smeet, make sure he can actually stop himself. Because I don't think he has any sort of gear to stop himself.
I think
You know,
you and
close.
Clay, like, as you give this thought, you like Clay's gonna look over you. I think you guys get the eye contact of like, well, I like the idea of when in Rome.
Yeah.
The person who started this also regenerates.
I
Yeah.
have a question I need to ask.
You
The
have
ice
what?
that we're on, I have a question I need to ask. The ice we're on right now, is it melting?
It's I'd say actually at this point it's like more solid than before. Some of the slight water runoff seems to be from the previous room, which was generating the heat.
Would more melty ice be making me go faster? Or would harder, more frozen ice make me go faster?
Oh, I don't know. That's a good physics question. I want to say
Well,
neither.
okay.
legs with-
So, hold on.
Back in a second.
If you're using curling standards, they do melt
Smooth.
the ice to
Yeah.
slow it down.
You know what? We talked about psycho curling. Let's use psycho rules. Solid ice then, right?
Cool. I'm infusing my feet with like cryo energy so I can just speed down faster.
Ooh.
Try to catch
I'll let
some-
you make yours with wisdom instead of dex if you want.
Ooh, cool.
Since you're using your siren powers to try and educate this, like it's still acrobatics, but you can use wisdom as its base.
It's essentially the same number. Cool.
I had no idea. So
17.
okay, 17.
Yep.
This is a new use of your siren powers that you've never tried yet, admittedly.
Not 17. That's wrong. I'm sorry. I am very sorry. That's
That's
30
okay.
20. A natural 20.
That is you know what? That's definitely better. You had already passed. It was just going to be a little rough, like a little like less coordinated. But with that,
I just went with the modifier, not.
have a let's say you have a slippery start for a second. That's an interesting question. This is mostly ice, so as you take a bit of a start, you take a slippery like somebody who's not ice skated in a long time or ever and is trying to figure out their balance before you start to get it and just start going down. And when you hit those hard pivots, the like spray and splash actually starts to cause like some of the grooves as you sway. And you start to pick up and control yourself rather well as you effectively start to ice skate, or in Pandoran terms, fancily psycho curl down this whole area. And Clay is going to try to follow behind because when in Rome.
I'm leaving a path of more frozen ice.
Yes, you are. I'm giving him disadvantage because that is hilarious.
Also,
Noted.
Robert asked a very good question. You siren
He
powers
did.
affect anything?
Most of the best one is still going to be an icy floor, I think, because of the way the slope is built in. Man, you make a perception check. Let's give you a chance here. Let's see what's happening, maybe.
Perception. Thank you. 26.
I'd say like the pieces you can see sticking out, there's like some slight reactivity, like some slight increased glowing, but nothing major has happened. Definitely nothing like when Tanya tried to drink the last building.
That's good.
Yeah, I have a question. Since all of us have just gone down there first, including the robot techs, wouldn't the path be all kinds of scratched up and futzy? Was that going
Oh,
on?
it's gonna be fun.
With it?
Not with the fact that she's using her ice powers to smooth over as she comes through. And Tex and everybody else was ahead of Tex.
Oh, I know that. That's why they didn't do it. But she's
That's what I
not.
was saying. Yeah, but she's specifically
Ice
using her
powers,
crow
yeah.
aspect of her siren to try to smooth it over.
Which is cheating,
So-
but yeah.
It works out pretty well. It's okay. Clay got disadvantage for his roll because of it all. It's all good. So Tanya, you get down to the bottom one first. You seem to be approaching into a room that effectively seems like two hexagons. Six-sided shape is a hexagon, right? Am I messing
Six.
that
Side
right?
shape is a hexagon. Yes, it is.
It is a hexagon? Okay, I was making sure I had that right. It seems almost like two very hexagonal shapes like butted up against each other for one of their walls. And in the center of each one is an upraised platform with like a slight dome, like a slight small, like 2 or 3 foot diameter dome shape on it. The platform itself is maybe 10 feet off the ground in here. Most of this room isn't ice. Most of this room has, as you guys like skid to the end and finish off, like some of the icy spray out into like maybe 5-10 feet into the entryway here. But most of it seems to be the metals of the infrastructure in this room with like frost patches on the walls and some stalactites and stalagmites of ice. And this one is much better lit than the previous ones. You can see across the way that there's another entryway that seems to have like a actually like built it looks kind of similar to what you guys have seen for like airlocks or other just sliding locking doors, but this one's currently open. And there are definitively signs of battle in this area. Like, even just with, like, what's Tanya's passive?
16.
Yeah, I believe I was going to say 15 for this one. Anybody with 15 passive as they come in will be able to see the same thing. There's fin signs. There are bits where you can see some blood has been scattered and refrozen in this area. There are scorch marks on the wall. You can see some shells around. There are a couple bullet holes in the wall. There's probably most of the battle signs you can see, and it's just littered throughout both sides of this. Both rooms of this. However, Tanya, while you are taking all of this in, I would love for you to make a dex save.
$21.
21. You pass as you hear the and you throw yourself to the side as Barry skids out. And now, consecutively, I want everybody to make a save as people start skidding out of this tunnel, just because it's fun.
You know, I was gonna say I wanted to move out of the way of the train coming behind me, but I took care of that.
You know
before.
what? You passed. That's okay.
All right, athletics or just random
Oh, this
roll?
is just a dex save.
What the fuck is digs? You want me to put your roll right there? Gotta find it. Oh, there. Yeah. 21.
All right. You also just skid, and you hear the noises behind you, and you're like, nope, 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 nope. I think the next one would be Tex's. No, the next one would be Shmi. Poor
Okay.
Tex behind them.
A dex save
It's Shmi and then Tex, yeah.
for dex. A dexterity.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
You're all good.
I get a 17 on that.
17 is enough. Everybody did pretty high out there, so it isn't super high. It's just the potential funny.
I got 21.
Yep. As you slide through Shmi and you roll out of the way, and you see everybody else moving to the side, and you're like, that is probably a good idea. And you keep like, and you just churn on your stomach as you slide towards them. Tex comes skidding out and then just sidesteps as here comes Crystal. Crystal, make yours, please.
I had a natural 20 for 23.
You know what? Why do I? You know what? You just keep sliding and sliding up, and you don't even hardly break pace before you just stop the sliding and take a couple steps of walking forward as you finish gracefully. As y'all hear a sling of curses as for the reveal that Clay got a total of 7 as he and is just sliding ass over tea kettle down, smashing into all the walls, and just shoots out into the middle of the room and skids across the floor, rolling now. And then his hat comes down after him along the floor.
Are you okay?
Barry would like to pick up his hat and put it on the poor man's corpse. He was a good. Starts making like a eulogy. He was a good man. We knew him well. Not as well as we could have, but we knew him well. He was a good man.
You all hear that? That went better in my head. Oh god.
Need a minute?
I'm gonna take a breather. Yeah, I'm gonna take a breather for a second, and he's gonna sit up and he's already got some bruises and like a couple just impact marks. That sucked. So,
you did horribly.
He's just soaked from skidding in the water surface. Actually, no, you froze it. He's not really soaked. He just has like frost flakes all over him. He just stands up, brushing it off. It looks like I will not be ice skating or curling anytime soon.
You really need more practice now, don't you?
2 of you spoke at once. I missed it.
I only heard one. Now you need more practice now, don't you?
Quite a bit, if I want to go any kind of anywhere. What was Crystal saying?
I said maybe I should have melted the ice a bit on the way down. Just so it would stop you before that.
You know, hindsight's 20/20.
You can do it next time.
I don't know,
I'll
2020
push
is
the
kind
weight
of
next time. Anyways, as he brushes off. Everyone has it here. I don't wish to push too quickly.
Well, more fighting in this here room.
Oh,
Interesting. Points at blood on walls and floor. Interesting that they're going deeper, though.
I mean, so are we.
Yeah, but these are all pretty bad wounds, looks like, from a lot of blood. And they just keep going deeper. Wonder if this is a reverse trail and the blood up there is actually the last bit of blood before maybe something got drugged back down. No, it was patched up.
Makes sense.
It was patched up, though.
Maybe they took their wounded with them, and it's a larger group.
And wouldn't there be more blood on the way up?
Well, not if they
Or near
never
the
made it
entrance?
out.
caused it, though?
I mean, this is Pandora, so it could be anywhere for anything from rival bandits to homicidal robots. Or, well, looks at Shining Room. Homicidal Iridian robots.
The vaults do tend to, not the vault, the runes do tend to have some kind of defense to them, so.
Yeah. Bother. Tired.
Does the tingling feel any stronger down here?
I'd say probably not. This is more of like the idea of the ambient. You're interacting with something. Nothing has activated or picked up anything that would cause a change.
Okay.
As you guys proceed to walk across, as I assume everybody was, you couldn't really see it from where you entered, like, at first, because it's often one of these corners of said hexagon, but there is a body slumped up against the wall on the, like, as you second hexagon of the hexagonal room in this area, often one of the corner sides.
Do you have a good look at him?
Make an investigation check as you guys approach. It is a decently robust individual.
Do we have signal down here?
If you check, you guys could reach each other from proximity, but getting it out would not work out well.
Oh. Just take a picture of this guy for later. Maybe the guy will know him.
Fair. He's decently robust, seems to have like a bit of a trimmed, like some trimmed facial hair, up close cropped hair to keep it down. Definitely has a more athletic build to them. But again, Pandora, most people probably have a more athletic build to them that are out in the wilderness. After all, haven't you seen Psychos? They have six packs.
Yeah, they do.
They do a lot of running and jumping.
A lot of running and jumping.
Factor.
Definitely has a lot of like winter gear on. He seems slashed open from across like the gut, angling up into like the actual rib cage area.
Does it look like he's been eaten at all, or is it all purely
burn marks on him?
Yeah, the beaches are there. The animal,
Like it's a cut with burn marks surrounding it, or are they separate?
Separate. This seems like the burn marks are smaller impacts, almost like, I wouldn't say fire chars, but like some kind of like high energy chars.
Does it look like a shotgun spread on them?
No, it's too small. Think like a number of small wounds, like a number of small bullet wounds, like a number of like handguns almost, but like small energy burns instead.
Okay. Ooh, neat.
How long he's been dead for?
You can make a medicine check if you'd like.
Does 14 give me any good loot from him? Even just an extra coat?
Medicine check is 18.
Medicine check's 18, and you got a 14 investigation. So, let's start with the investigation here. Digging around with him, you get, there's a pair of gloves and a coat, and if you really want, a pair of pants, but those might be those are probably a bit too small for you. The coat is a little ripped and a little bloody, unfortunately.
I can put it on top of the other coat. How about the gloves?
The gloves? Actually, good note.
Yeah.
He seems mostly stripped of gear, like important gear. He has some remnants around him in it, like a couple like spare like rounds of stuff, and a couple like spare rations and other like small medical supplies in the bottom. But like most of it seems like they grabbed in a hurry and ran. Like he just has a small bits in his pockets where his satchel's like ripped off, maybe.
Wait, he has medical supplies?
A couple of like
spare
small end ones, like half-used ones, like gauze and bandages. It might have been from, as you see, a couple patches on him from earlier injuries. But what does stand out is as you pull off the gloves, like you unfurl his finger to pull off the gloves, a small scrap of paper starts to fall out of it and tumble out of his gloves.
Ooh, cool. What's it say?
Pulling it up, it seems to be a series of numbers of effectively latitude and longitude, effectively coordinates. And a question mark next to them, underline that, and then towards the edges of it, you can start to see like the remnants of like an actual map, and some like half-ended words sticking out. Like this seems to be a scrap of something larger.
Okay, put the GPS coordinates into Echo device and see where that would be.
Here's my question on how much echoes have. I'll say yes, it can show you where it is, although getting like distance directions and all that would have to wait till you have better signal. This seems to be a good ways south towards one of the more desert regions, like actual desert regions of the Sunken Sea.
Side quest unlocked.
Hey, Clay. You know where this is?
He'll take a look at it. Your map seems to say the Sunken Sea, though that's a bit more south than I've really gone most of the time. Wait, no. Went down near it once. Not welcome back in that area. Do you like the cold?
What? No.
He's just gonna turn like, do you like the cold?
No.
Well, then you're gonna love it there.
Uh-oh. Super hot then. I don't know if that's better. Don't know if that's better. Might be better to be able to warm up, wear a bunch of layers in cold weather. Whereas in hot weather, you're just gonna fry. Cook. I think it's more like this.
I mean, we were out there before.
Yeah.
No, this is a ways different. This is a ways south. You guys have been in the craggy wastelands areas. This is into true desert territory.
Meanwhile, at the investigation check on the dead body, or medicine check.
That was investigation. And then the last bit is the gloves. You asked if you could fit them.
Yes.
I wonder how stretchy these gloves are.
And if
We're
I
gonna say
can't get
yes, but if you flex too hard, you're gonna break them.
can I wear them as fingerless gloves? Would that make it easier for them to not break apart?
Yes. Yes.
That actually fix the problem?
Yeah, they won't burst if you flex too hard if you have fingerless gloves.
Right. Very nice fingerless gloves.
On top of his other gloves.
And for the medicine check, you wanted to know how long he'd been dead. It is not super easy to tell, unfortunately, because, well, body's being partially frozen as it sits here, which would stop its processes. But your best guess is between a week and 2 weeks.
So relatively recently, he died. I see. I didn't want to do anything with that information. I just wanted to know.
That's fair.
It's not very likely that they have anyone else in these caves, but it is somewhat possible that someone could still be alive. Maybe.
Do we care if there's people alive? Beyond possibility of the fact that we might be the ones who kill them then.
I don't know, they might know something.
They might know what's going on here. or why everything's frozen over.
That's
Because it's cold. It's frozen wasteland. What do you expect?
I mean, why it's warmer in the cave? Typically, it's colder in caves.
Well, Radiant Tech could probably warm it up a bit. Try what's happening.
It means everything's still active. It means something must be doing something if everything's still active. And they've had, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks to explore. They probably have notes on something, at the very least something.
And again, this could be some of his band. Maybe that's what they're doing.
Alright, he very well could have come here by himself.
I've already forgotten I've already forgotten my nemesis's name. It's been
Dakin?
too long since we played last.
He got it.
Yep, it was Dakin.
Dakin.
Because I'm apparently extremely guilty of this still, I was thinking of the time frame for you. With an 18 medicine check, you might have noticed there is also a good charring, like part of the inside of the slash wound was cauterized as it was swung through. Not fully, just partially.
Can I tell if it was a weapon that slashed through him or like claws?
Seemed cleaner than claws would be.
Cleaner than claws, but not as clean as if it were. Well, he's dead. He's been dead for 2 weeks. So I wouldn't be able to tell if it was a slashing weapon.
Oh, it's a
felt
slash.
frozen.
It's definitively a slash, alright. I'll give you that.
I'm just a little bit more wary of this place now. Just a little.
Or he just kind of lets explode something.
I think Clay will lean in towards Ness and be like, I know this is probably obvious for everything going on, but I think you should stick particularly close to some people right now.
She's gonna move towards Crystal.
That's fair. He's definitely have his, like, he has his rifle out and in hand instead of, like, on his back now at this point, too.
You're thinking explode.
Alright,
Fuck. Old. Tired.
heading up to there is the archway. You guys proceeding into the next room, or anything else in this room you'd like to check for?
Is there anything else in this room?
Nothing. There is the two. There is the two. What are they called? Upraise. I want to call them podiums, but I don't feel like that's right. The sections in the middle of each room that has the slight dome, like 2-3 foot dome in them.
Obelisk? Pillars?
Pillar, obelisk. Those might work as well too. They're like about 10 feet tall.
At least it's not the Tormentor.
Tormentor.
Obelisk is Fermenter. It's a Yu-Gi-Oh card. I got a reference for once. Yay! You could probably wipe us all out.
All right.
I don't know. Anything on the obelisk?
Just the dome. You can make your investigation if you'd like to find any more details.
Well, what if I give Clay advantage? Since he knows.
If you would like to ask of him and give him advantage, absolutely.
Hey, Clay. Anything on
What's
this
up?
stuff?
Yeah. Do what?
Anything about these structures, you know? Or might be able to find out?
As he like starts to walk around it, Give me a boost up.
Hey, Barry,
Gives him a boost up.
Well, he had a 1 and a 10 on the die.
I don't know
Barry
what
killed him. I know.
You got 11. This was investigation. He goes, as he's going to spend a few minutes like rooting around up there, he's like, well, I can't give the full detail. Besides, it seems to be pulling power of some kind up here, and whatever this is, he slaps the top on of it, has a seal that goes all around the base of this little dome shape. So might raise.
Any idea how?
Would that be a good thing or a bad thing, though?
Kind of hard to tell with its inactive state. It's not like I have a working manual for most of this tech.
I don't know. I'm just talking about more of a from previous experience. Would disactivating be a good thing for us, or should we probably try to avoid activating anything in here?
It's a bit of a double-edged sword, really.
Yeah.
Can't get the good stuff without risking the danger.
Crystal, you want to try fire punching this or something?
Is it melting right now? And is there ice above it that could potentially fall on our heads?
And your punch shouldn't be that big. We got a big roof.
It's just mostly infrastructure metal too.
You could also try like lightning or something. I don't know.
Can I do lightning? I don't know if I can. Oh, I can. I have done that
Any
before.
element?
Most of them.
Pretty sure she saw you do lightning for a shield break.
Yeah, Thaddeus forgot I could do lightning. Done. Shock. I named them all the right names for Borderlands. Yeah, I forgot what they actually are, elemental-wise.
Try something, but I kind of take energy away, so that might like turn the heat off or something.
It's fair. So I might as well try each of the different punches. Is it metal?
It is a metal. It is a metal.
Are you trying to break through it? Or are you trying to break it down? What is the goal you want here?
I was kind of just hoping
Activated.
I was kind of hoping you just put some like siren energy into it somehow. So maybe like a light tap with putting some of your magic juju in there.
Fair enough. Keep it stable. Things here have fire energy. Can say stab things with fire. Might as well give it a fire punch.
All right.
Hope things won't melt
I
around me.
think this time, as you just try to charge up a fire punch, you just... Oh, that hurt for a second as you just punch a dome of metal. It seems to singe mark it some, but doesn't seem to do anything more than that superficial damage. And I don't think there's anything past the slight hum or warmth you guys are used to feeling right now.
Well, melting through it. Give it a corrosive punch.
Corrosive does a bit more to it, I'd say. Like a bit more of a pock mark, but this does seem like a fairly resilient and sturdy metal. But you can leave like a handprint on it for sure if you want.
Just sign my name. Crystal was here.
Crystal was here, yes. Forever on this dome of this little piece. If you really wanted to take damage, if you really wanted to damage it, it would take probably a decent while of concentrated effects concentrated effort to do so.
That's the thing. I think they're trying to activate it, not destroy it.
Damage wasn't the initial goal. It was just seeing if you
That's
put some
fair.
if you put some siren energy in, does anything happen?
Right now, it doesn't seem particularly reactive. But this is also like, for example, a slightly like less of the energy, like the purple energy lines going through it all.
Yeah.
Less of that and more like a harder gray to this metal.
Oh, I got nothing.
How about Tanya could go and try and take some energy away? A little
No,
bit,
no.
see what happens. Wait, no, that's would be a bad idea.
No, we
Okay,
do that on
sorry.
the way. We do that on the way out.
Yes, that's what I remembered.
There's not a convenient button on the wall, is there? That would be a little irritating.
Make a perception check, please. To
Turrets
see if there is
activated.
convenient
29.
button on the wall. What?
I have a 29.
Thankfully, for your peace and sake of mind, the round, slightly extended button of answers does not exist here.
Oh, that's great. Oh, that's fantastic.
Maybe in the next room.
I thought it maybe we could just melted a piece of ice and just tap the button. At best.
Maybe in the next room, fair.
Who's ready for more dead bodies? And ice.
I mean, as long as they aren't ours.
I mean, if you see your own dead body, that's probably pretty creepy and weird. Or maybe you're just having an out-of-body experience and you're dead. I don't know.
Is there any with that 19 check or 29 perception? Is there a crack or a crevice or something that looks like a door could be there on this dome?
I guess that you can notice what he mentioned earlier is around the dome's base, there seems to be some kind of like seal activated, like sealed piece. Like it's intended to open and probably slide up. But there is, yeah, like a crevice or a crack running around it here.
I missed that apparently. And you said the dome itself looked like it was depowered.
The
Like
dome
it's
itself
gray.
is pushed out like the hemisphere shape, like the semicircle shape, and around the base where it meets the podium's top, there seems to be like a line, like a seal or crease of some kind, like it's supposed, whatever this is supposed to unseal and raise up.
You talked about it being metal. Is it a similar metal to the last iridium cave you went through?
Most of the infrastructure is. This one seems to be like a taller, less energy focused, like a less conductive piece.
Okay. Just making notes in my head. Is this the first bit
anything
of metal
else?
we've seen so far?
The first bit
in
of this
cave?
kind?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I'd say this is probably the first bit of this dollar metal that you've seen.
Did we see the other metal? Like the other conductive metal that we saw before?
Yeah, the podium and most of the infrastructure is the same previously, like more silvery and more of the like purplish circuitry lines through it all.
Podium? Does the podiums look like it's supposed to hold anything?
I'm sorry, that was a little quiet for me.
Did the podium look like it was supposed to hold something? Like a book or have a key?
There's no indication of like an indent or an impression or a resting place or something like that.
Man, I'm gonna laugh. If you did all this, and we're just like fucking about with, and you just made this like a fucking ancient version of fucking goddamn porta potty. And you're just laughing your ass off and mentally about this.
I promise this isn't the ancient version of a fucking porta potty. I'm not that mean yet.
I want to go give some heat to the podium. like heat as in fire punching, which is a side ability.
Fire seems similarly unreceptive here.
Do you
What about
try
ice?
lightning? Lightning, ice, fire.
Ice?
Yeah, ice. Fire.
Ice you melt over, you like hit it and it starts to frost over, and after a short bit it starts to melt off and run down the sides of the dome.
A bad idea since I just, created water on it. But shock, lightning.
The shock punch as you hit it seems to be absorbed and pulled into it. As it cackles across the surface before being pulled in around that seal.
Does it look like it's building up? Or
There's
is there
no
any visual
indication of
change?
there's no visual change right now.
But it absorbed it, which is progress. So I was just going to give
did
it
absorb
a
it.
couple more of those.
Alright, it continues to absorb them, so there's after a minute or so of this, there's probably a slight increase to the humming sound coming from this podium. Or the
Just
humming
out
feeling for you and
Just
Tanya.
a rock.
Like either a good thing or a bad thing. And I don't know which one it is yet.
And now you can keep punching it after we get out of here. Add it to the on the way out list, maybe.
Yeah, but it could also just open the dome. And that's progress.
There's also progress that way. Points at the door.
I'm just going to give it
Right, yeah.
one more good punch. I want to go punch the dome with shock. See if it conducts anything.
There's no change from the besides the previous slight increase in hum on this one.
Wait, it's increasing the hum?
To the sirens, it was.
Yes, to them.
But that happened on his previous sequence of them too. This hasn't changed since that.
It's going to bother me until we figure out what it is. But yeah, I'm just going to ignore it. After giving it one more good shock punch. The podium, I mean, this time.
It increases again slightly in hum.
If you keep it up, I mean, out of character. Keep it up, it might actually do something, man, I guess. I mean, I can't hear it, but
Yeah,
You
but
can.
what would it do? It could summon the guardian thing that's guarding it. And I don't want to do that.
It's okay. You can punch it until something happens on the way out.
Yeah.
I doubt they'll actually come back this way,
It could
though.
be chased out. I'll punch it later. I'll work on this later.
I love that idea. All of these people in this room staring at this dome. I'll punch you later. Not I'll try you later. The first one that you sit there. Just for hours wailing on this metal dome.
I mean, I'd help, but
Gotta take a minute in between just to let the shield recharge.
Proceeding on or more dome puzzles?
I think we're proceeding on
Okay.
and punching domes on the way back out.
The domes exist to be punched. There wasn't anything else in the room, was there? All I heard about
No,
was
this
the
one was
podium
really
and the
simple.
dome.
There was the body, there was the signs of battle, there are the two podiums or obelisks with the slight dome caps on the top of each one. For measurement, just so you know ahead of for now, it's each hexagon, it's two hexagon rooms pushed together, right? Each one is about 50 feet long, so it's about 100 feet from door to door. with the like cap being the center point, like that small half dome on the center of the podiums that are the center of each hexagon. Just as a fight, I guess, to give you distances since gave it to you on the previous one. But moving on,
Now I got a map.
I have a picture of them I can send if you guys would like.
Do it.
All right, fair. Oh, sorry. I'll send it when I finish sketching. I'll finish writing like the heights on them. I have them in weird bullet notes in my main thing. I have to put them on a blank sheet. I don't want to give you guys all my notes.
Do it.
Heading into the next room, however, you head out and immediately you're on a small bit of platform with a set of stairs heading down, not big distance, like 5 or so feet to like just tear it down. And similarly shaped room as before with the hexagonal thing continuing. But there is a like I said, the stairs going down from the entryway after you walk out a little bit. It's almost like 2 different hexagons, like slightly smaller one inside, tiered down with stairs wrapping down to it all around, and then there is a small circular table-ish raised up piece there with arcane's not the right term, Iridian writing and glyphs surrounding the rim of it, and a small panel there, kind of similar to the panel you see on this door, almost like it's an interactive panel. That is currently swimming with an unknown language to you guys.
Bodies in the room?
No bodies in this room. There seems to be make a survival or an investigation, I'll say. But I will say there are no bodies in this room right now. That part you can already get.
Do I have survival? I do. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. There seems to be signs of a struggle in here. Some burn marks on the metal, for example, and perhaps some scratches of something, ricochets, a bit like that, but there don't seem to be any signs of blood or issues down here for this, nor do there seem to be bodies, of course.
Huh. Fight signs, but no bodies or blood. Neat. Hey Hancock, any idea how to work that computer stuff with any of your notes on Iridium stuff?
I could try my best to figure it out. Might take a few minutes to try and translate directly.
Also, does this mean you speak alien?
I don't speak it. Nobody's spoken it for a long time.
Could you try?
Maybe.
Don't we all speak alien? I don't know if this language is native to this planet. Thus it would be an alien language.
There was no... Everybody that came here came from all the other colonies and planets, to my understanding. All the people did.
So we're all aliens.
Technically. Anyways, I'm gonna try and start translating this. And he's going to go down and start messing with that. What would anybody like to do while he is messing with that?
You're not wrong, Yerk. You're not wrong. We'd like to not die. We're just gonna find a nice kind of corner to huddle up and just kind of doze. Not nap, but just doze.
Okay.
Up until Raymond decides that we're moving on. Till then, he's gonna be there. ready to go with this mace if anything happens, but until then, just gonna be there. Anybody else?
Tanya will get bored and skate around the room looking for other random stuff, but mostly just kind of absent-minded skating.
That's fair. Alright, I just sent the 3 bits for you guys real quick.
3.
For the first room, the middle room, and this room.
There it is.
What's in the center of the room?
The little circle is the small upraised, like almost like table with the interactive panel on it. As he is over there, just pick. He's staring, like he pulls out like this little notebook. He's frantically like he'll like flip through it, click one, flip back, click another. Let's see how long this takes him, and how bored you all
5
get.
years.
Because the more longer you sit here, the more I'm convinced you guys will do something
Stupid.
interesting. Okay, it's not too bad. I'm going to say you have about 5-10 minutes of something before he's done. If anybody would like to do something.
I don't know, anything else around the room?
With the survival check you rolled earlier, we can just keep running off that. You find a pack over in one of the corners. It's kind of like, not like a full pack, like a smaller like sack, like bag or sack almost. Kind of just got tossed off into the corner, and a lot of the ice that's formed in the corner of the rooms fell on it or covered it up slightly.
Ooh, bag. What's in the bag?
Inside are a couple rounds for a pistol and 2 health vials.
This is convenient.
5 rounds for the pistol.
That guy really could have used the health vials.
Probably could have, yeah.
And anyone need pistol rounds?
Nope.
I'm full. Anyone want to hold some?
Yeah.
I'm also full.
Oh yeah. Smeet doesn't have anything. You can hold him.
Schmeat doesn't have a deck for them, does he?
Sure he does.
No. He is very
Don't be
naked.
Don't be mean. Let him have it.
The backpack, right? Take the backpack.
But no, you can have a backpack, you just don't have a storage deck. He specifically got kidnapped and stripped of his gear as a medical experiment.
I stick the bullet in the backpack.
He didn't just accidentally forget it, Dylan.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, you can shove the
But
bullets
he
into the backpack, though.
Oh, he did go and get him more stuff, hopefully. Hopefully he's just not standing there naked in the middle of a fucking blizzard like he was last night.
He has
Hopefully
clothes.
he wasn't. So there's some things. I was hoping
Yeah,
that
you guys got him close. After.
Yeah, I was hoping that he'd gotten him another storage deck. Something.
No, that one you'll actually have to
Basics.
go to the shop for.
It's not even have the basics. Okay.
I have
Yeah, you have
my pants, shorts, and jacket.
Did you just say
I guess
shorts?
just be ready today.
Shorts, that's like,
Are they jorts?
yeah, they're tattered. No, no, shorts.
Like,
What are they,
I think he
jorts?
refused pants.
Just be ready to die,
Yes.
buddy.
After a few minutes, he'll be like, you hear tink, tink, beep, 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 beep. Shh. Guys? I think I have something. As the
Someone is
pieces all
leaving?
start to, like, yep, totally. As lines start to break off from the center and run out, like, in a curve with that same coloration, the same, like, purplish coloration of the circuits, and the pieces start to slide out a little bit as something starts to raise up out of it.
We get left in the mystery of it while it swaps over to Arik.
I was actually about to do that. Really tempted to, as you guys get to wonder what it is.
Good. Go,
Arik,
traffic.
buddy.
Unmute yourself.
Bertram.
Hello.
Hello. How do you feel about Bullymon Volume 4? As you guys head off into the ways to get to the next area.
At this point, I'm just annoyed and I'm listening to whatever it is on my own echo.
It's fair. Whatever you listen. I don't know what you're listening to. That is up to you.
The algorithm sends him recommendations because it keeps picking up the noise. It's in all of his advertisements that pop up.
This author has written a series with Threshers and the Skags as well, unfortunately, you now know.
Oh, thank you.
But thankfully, you don't have to listen to those.
He just gets like a 15-second unskippable ad that pops up every so often.
Along the way, Franz is going to speak up and be like, so just as a question, would anybody mind actually explaining the plan to me, what's going on? Are we like, why are we not going after the siren anymore?
Okay. As mentioned before, right now, they're able to operate with impunity, and we are not, on account of how this ferry is currently set up. If that were to change, then instead of constant hit and run, oh no, they have all the mobility and ran away again, or other various things, or ambushes, or bullshit like that, can actually exert power in the region, be useful.
But won't they just be gone from this region?
What?
Why won't they just run?
And with the concept of just run, is any amount of just chase ever going to really work?
I mean, if we know where they are, maybe. The problem was before we didn't know where they are, wasn't it?
No, not really.
I'm just asking cause for concern, because, like, if we go through all this, I'm not saying it's the worst plan, but if we go through all this, we're going to start a clan in this area, then they're just going to leave.
Well, then this will be an area that they can't come back to, then. If you want to look at it that way.
I guess it doesn't follow well, but it's not my call. Just was curious what was going on there. Huh. But as you're talking to them on that, what will pop up is like, not that I'm fully disagreeing with this plan, but like, do you know how Maine is gonna take it? The main base is gonna take it? They get kind of antsy when we div it off of missions.
Currently, that is a big, high-profile target thing. Any given individual or squad, or, let's be honest, if we were to clash, given what I know of them, we'd be clashing and chasing for fucking ever. There's a reason that they have the amount of bounty that they have, and there's a reason that they haven't already been got. You actually want to be able to take down difficult to get things, then we need to be able to do things in a bit larger scale. And since this region's loaded with bandits and we can't do that on account of them, clearing them out makes that a hell of a lot easier.
but will it clear them out? It sounds like we're inviting more in. I'm not complaining here. I was just curious because Central's gonna.
Basically,
Main city's
everything
gonna-
around here is currently causing the North Base to be under constant, fully spread, unable to really do anything. From my understanding of the region. Yeah.
I mean, they still could go out and do stuff. It's just if they run into bandits, they pick a fight like they do everywhere. At least that's my understanding of it. I didn't think it was crippling. Unless they told you something different.
Everyone back there looked way too exhausted. Like, more so even than over at the Highland.
And you're hoping to buy breathing room for them?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Just was seeing what the plan was for this, because I don't know. I was just seeing how it was going. Good to know there's at least a good solid foundation behind it.
I still wish we went into the Bullymong Den. Doesn't make any sense that someone would just get... It's a large-scale attack on a town from a bunch of apes. Am I the only one that strikes as really freaking weird? Organized monkey?
It's a bit out of the full norm for bullymongs, but bullymongs have been known to sack towns in groups before.
Even then, for them to escape after grabbing only a couple people?
Well, they each ran off with a good number of them ran off with a good amount of people from the understanding.
Listen, Franz, if you weren't here, I would think that it was an ancient try to grab them with some sort of genetically modified monkey. Shit hits me real weird. And if something else is happening, us being able to actually go over and do more things in the area with less fucking idiots with assault rifles, gonna help it. Consolidate the towns for what can be done. Give people a better idea to save hearts and money.
Alright then. I guess we'll see how it goes. So, above game, you have a choice here as you guys are scanning over the maps. There are the Moon Howlers or the Stone Clashers that you can choose to start a pick a fight with. Do you have a choice on which one you would like to go towards?
Can I contact Northern Command?
Yes.
Alright. I do a big long conversation or just key points?
Let us hit the key points. This seems to be a larger plan idea.
Okay.
And this will be a lot of back and forth information.
Key points on it then is, hey, which of these should be weakened the most, and which of them's more likely to actually go off and try to attack something at provocation?
Basically, get the assumption that they're both unstable as always, but the Moon Howlers seem to be distracted with whatever they do at night with their parties and bull, whereas the other ones have no such inhibition, so they'd be slightly more aggressive and dangerous. Therefore,
okay, so that one would be the better attempt to target.
Rock Smasher. Yeah,
And
they're
then,
more likely to be unstable bull and just get pissed and lose it.
And then the following would be filling them in on trying to get them to launch a raid against that, and then once they're both weakened, swoop down and actually take them both the fuck out.
Okay. I'll say it's probably about a day drive to get towards any sort of base towards the Rock Smashers. Just because territorial regions and this is a big snowy area. A little under a day to get there, a little under a day to get back.
And I'm also gonna need if there's any special bullshit from the I forgot their names, but I think that they have like an icy crown motif or some shit.
Yeah, they had an icy crown motif. Like a sword through it.
But make sure it looks like they're actually on them. We're actually them, so we can actually get the deception properly.
Y'all go back and steal some outfits and
I already did.
paint the side. Yeah, and paint the side of the Lancer. You did that. You should always paint the side of your little Lancer vehicle.
Save the paint for... Well, no, we gotta do that earlier. Just gotta then take circuitous routes so we aren't obvious. In other words, it can be seen leaving, but it shouldn't be ambushed coming in.
That's fair. Alright, there's your plan. You have a set. You guys can navigate and start that way. Back to the rest of everybody while this drive is happening. As the thing starts to slide up and pull up and clear, you see what should have been a stand for an odd object, and instead you see an echo recorder on it. As it raises up out of the center.
Huh.
So...
Neat. Someone took us something and left us something. Think it might be a booby trap.
Probably.
Wanna take it anyways?
Sure, yeah, why not?
Alright. As you guys reach for and pick it up, it does seem to be a bit messed with. Like, the sides of it have been, like, pulled off and put back together. It's not super clean.
Hey, Nessa,
So
can
it
you
is
look at that?
unfortunately fairly obvious.
Fairly obvious, what?
Can you repeat that?
It's an echo recorder, and it looks like one of these seams and sides of it have been pulled off and put back together, and it wasn't super clean, so it is unfortunately fairly obvious.
Hey, Nessa, can you go through this and make sure it's not trapped or anything, or has bad stuff on it? Like a bomb.
Yeah, I could probably do that.
I don't
Like
know
a
if you know how to.
bomb.
I don't know if you know how to defuse bombs. Just I don't know. People just leave bombs places.
Isn't Barry the bomb guy?
But you could like
Looks up.
check up on there first, couldn't you? Like find it and give it back to him.
Couldn't he grab it first in case it explodes or something?
Barry is bigger in case it is a bomb. Barry, can you grab and see if there's a bomb, please?
He explodes all the time. He should be fine.
Barry gives you a dead look.
Squishy.
Barry picks it up
I'm allergic to
and
bombs.
tosses it at Nessa. Just lightly tosses it to bounce it off her forehead. Wait, no, how hard is this? Second thing, try battle. It hurts.
So would at least attempt to intercept that.
Say again?
Does it do anything?
Matt,
Does it just bob me on the noggin?
but if it would hurt you, I probably wouldn't throw it at your head.
As you pick it up, it's
It's
just
my
you
hurt.
could pick it up and toss it over. Nothing
Does it do
unique.
anything to me?
Nothing unique happens.
She's just gonna rub her head.
You're welcome.
Why are you mad at me for saying factual? You blow up all the time.
Just keeps staring at you. Goes back to go sit in corner and take a nap.
I guess I'm gonna check it for bugs.
Make
I wonder
a
Can I just do like an
tech.
Can I just do like an overall overlook of it?
Make a tech check.
I think Barry's good.
Okay, sure.
Yep, well,
Techie checky.
lack of sleep, angry. I get it.
That's 25.
That's pretty good. Running along, whoever
I'm
put this
really
back
good at
together.
these.
Yeah, did not, again, put it together well. It seems like it was in a bit of a slapdash piece together. It seems like it would still function. It can still play its message rather well. You could bust open the seam of the side that's already there and look inside if you wish. Okay.
Yeah.
As you run it down and bust open the already kind of hodgepodge piece together, it rolls open to the side and you see some of it pop over. It's like some of the wire stuff to attach to a small piece of maybe thumb drive size piece of Iridian tech. But taking a look around, there seems to be no bombs, no explosives, none of that.
Interesting. Do I know anything about Iridium tech?
Unfortunately not. Iridian was a specialist thing you had to set up ahead of time, because it is very foreign and, well, not studied except by some few eccentrics and crazies for the most part.
Which we have here.
I didn't think I did.
Behold, NPC.
She's gonna He's gonna hold it up. Anybody know what this is?
I would say on top of that, it would say you do know, of course, because of what it is a message loaded, and it seems one ready to play whenever you wish. Clay will take a look. Do what?
I guess she'll play the message.
Okay. You guys can play it while Clay looks at it if you want.
Yeah. He doesn't need to know what's going on.
Okay. Clay's going to start taking a look at it and trying to avoid pushing on too many things because he doesn't want to interrupt your message. But as it flickers off, you guys can hear the voice of Dakin pop out, or at least specifically Barry and Crystal would know it. Of, hello, hello, hello. I expected everybody, at least if it's who I think it is, following. Hello, Barry. Nice to see you again, or
Dakin.
nice for you to hear me again. Hopefully this finds all of you in wonderful health, because I just like to rub it in a little bit after everybody stole my vehicle last time. We still managed to get here and get out.
It's not yours, it's mine. I stole it.
And yet somebody else's now.
He stole my belt.
But if y'all,
Are we supposed
And it is now.
Do we all know who this is?
literally two of you have interacted with Dakin. Y'all know roughly, I think Barry explained roughly who Dakin was, but nobody's heard him talk besides literally Crystal and Barry.
Okay, just making sure I didn't miss something.
It was at the end of the rodeo arena thing.
The Derby.
When they're up in the derby.
Rodeo. Just all in one hand on top of the car, throwing the other one.
I mean, it essentially was a rodeo.
I mean, yeah, kinda. But back to the message real quick of, hopefully it all finds you in good health. I would love for this to continue. You guys seem like a lot of fun. Unfortunately, this time I think we beat it to you. We're going to take a chill back to where we want to go. Maybe swing by and party back with the Frost Runners a little. They seem like fun folk. But Barry, I'm sorry, you're going to have to try a little bit harder to get this back. You seem pretty determined, I know. That said, everything in this vault, very good stuff. You're probably going to want it. It seemed to have a little bit of a next step on the trail. Hopefully you're not too sore about this loss. But I think I've waffled on long enough if we got our maths right. And I hope you all have the same amount of fun we did.
I love
And
that people.
Huh?
I love that people leave messages like these that have no context if the wrong person picked them up, which the wrong person is much more likely to.
And it flickers off. Then it pops back up of, oh yeah, if this isn't them, sorry. Sucks really bad right now. Hey, here Clay go, guys?
Yes.
I don't know what this is.
I
It
do.
just activated.
Oh dear. Not what I meant.
Security?
And
I don't even know who this man is.
Sam.
the doors shut behind you, back at the entrance to this room.
Ooh, neat.
And the lights start to shift and noise starts to play through. Hey, like,
Oh no, it's Mariah Carey.
it could
This is
be
the
Celine
torture-
Dion.
This is the torture chamber.
And as all the lights start to pulse, energy starts to hit through. And I'm trying to think, there's no, I can't make the noise or describe it well. And that is a fault of mine, because I don't know, I can't just say the noise that everybody heard from Borderlands.
Oh.
Almost like a mechanized, shifting tones, pushed through, the hard. Trying to think of a good comparison. Has anybody seen Transformers, the climbing noise they make as they change? Kind of similar to that. And some of the centerpiece starts to light up as Digistruct particles similar to Digistruct particles start to kick off, and you watch as shoulder pieces start to form in the air above the podium. What does everybody want to do?
I drink it.
You try to drink it, okay. That is what you're going to be doing. What is everybody else doing? It looks like this long, skinny shoulder pieces that seem to be starting up into a neck and torso start to form, and similar to Digistruct-ish particles above the center circle platform. Or the center circle table piece.
When I say it, I mean the table piece where it looks like stuff's coming.
Okay. Do what?
I'm having a hard time understanding what that means.
So, do you see the picture for the third... There's a picture of a third one of a small hexagonal room. In it, you guys are around this little circle in the middle of it, of this podium, and above it, these particles start to flow like Digistructs, kind of like the similar things, to make or break down things into the hammer space you have, right?
Like the things from Big Hero 6, the little robots. They look like Tic Tacs.
They're just kind of slightly cubish particles, and out of the particles as they slot together start to form the top of a armored shoulder and pauldron, and in the middle of it a neck starts to form up, and they continue down to piece together into a torso, and I guess kinda.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. It's not forming into a segmented being, it is solidifying and slotting in each piece between them. The doors did slam shut, the doors into this. I'm curious what everybody would like to do before initiative is rolled. You get one quick bit.
You have my answer.
Yep, Clay is going to be I'm going to go start on that door, I think. And start
Please
running
open
over
the door.
there.
I wanted to wedge a buzz axe or something in between some of the parts, but it sounds like you're saying it's forming a solid mass.
It is trying to. It's like the light is coalescing as it pulls off of this and starts to form into a solid mass. Yes.
I still kind of want to try to get something in the way of its forming.
Are they flammable?
Good question.
Yeah.
But we have drink, and I have clay on door. Are you going to continue to try to shove the axe in?
Yeah.
All right, where?
I heard something about a shoulder joint, so shoulder joint?
Yeah. Okay. Shoulder joint, drain. 3 people left.
I am going to cover them with oil.
Oil. Barry and Schmeat,
Yeah.
you get 1 action. You guys get 1 action before initiative kicks off.
Is that a spell for Nessa?
Yeah.
Okay.
I dozed off. Okay, what the fuck's going on? Let's hit it with a fucking maul. Okay. What the fuck's going on?
That explains the fire slashes.
All right. Schmeat.
I'm gonna see what happens.
All right, you're gonna see what happens. The oil slick hits easy enough. The drain, make a roll your attack and damage for your drain. Sleight of hand for the buzz axe for Crystal, I think.
Yeah. Sleight of hand.
Crit.
Roll your damage.
17.
17.
Fuck, I have to remember. It's 2d8. My drain touch. Go back.
Barry, you can roll a thwack to hit.
22 to hit.
The being or the console, I should ask.
The console made the being, right?
It's currently forming out of above the console.
Console.
Console it is.
6 plus 7, 13. So
Oh, you don't want damage?
26 plus 4.
No, you can roll damage. I was just waiting on that bit. Sorry.
Oh. It's like, you're not asking about damage, this bodes very badly from me.
No,
It's like,
sorry.
there's no
I just figured you would since I asked you for the to hit. That was my bad. You said 30 for the force damage?
They'll suck.
30 force. As you start to pull and some of these screens starts to flicker and dim a little bit. The light starts to dim a little bit, but does continue to coalesce.
18 damage.
And 18 damage to that. Alright. As everybody proceeds to explode into a flurry of activity, oil thrown, axes placed. I will say 17. Just so you have awareness that this does have an effect. 17 is great. It is solid. It is not the most amazing. For its first round, you will have removed its multi-attack.
Woohoo.
Just so you know for a fact that it did actually have a play. As it continues to try and reform properly around a buzz axe being lodged in a weird spot. And I would like everybody to roll initiative.
Have feats and things to increase your initiative number.
Do what?
Is there other feats and things? to
That's a
increase
real
your
abomination
instinct modifier?
there.
Yes,
Yeah,
there is.
very.
What?
Yeah, Barry has it.
I have it? What do I have?
Eat for initiative.
What are they?
Oh, yeah.
What is it? Is it alert?
That's one of them.
Think
Alert.
so. Yeah.
Yeah, alert is one of them.
So, 20 to 25. And yes, before you get all Spartassy, that includes if you went above 25.
21.
Oh, wow.
Hey, we can't all go and get 15s and above every time.
Thaddeus, if you want to know initiative improving things, message Arik, because Callus has like plus 18 or what the fuck ever initiative.
I see. Alice had them all.
But, anybody above 21?
Do not have the one from the rogue trees. That is all.
Or the fighter stuff?
You're missing 2.
Anyways. In the
Nobody
next
else above 21? Alright. 20 to 15.
18.
16.
I heard 18 for Schmeat, 16 for Nessa, and I think I heard Robert start talking.
19.
19. Okay. Tanya, Schmeat, and then Nessa. Where? Shit, Clay got really good. Where is Crystal?
I have a 10.
Gotcha. Crystal, you got very hung up trying to get that Buzzac stuck in there, I guess.
I hoped it would stop it from doing things. It was very important.
It's okay. It's only gonna smack one of us once this first round. Who? I don't know.
I'm the closest to
All
you.
right. So at the top of initiative, this thing finishes forming, and it is a tall, hovering, very like sucked in thin piece of body, almost like emaciated levels of pulled in and gangly, with like some heavier pieces on its chest, shoulders, and joints that are almost like armored pieces, wings of like mostly etheric energy with small bits of the same meridian attack in it, appearing to let it hover, as in one arm it holds this large double-sided and bladed glaive that is almost coalesced of just energy, and in the other, the arm is trying to form properly, but it's currently twitching and moving as a buzz axe is currently lodged in its shoulder joint, and it's trying to reform and push it out as it grinds, but it currently cannot do so. Top of the initiative is Clay. Steve rolled really well, and he's just going to shout back to the rest of you. I think I might need y'all to keep it off me for a little bit, because this is gonna take him. As he's word setting to work.
Stay away from the pretty death machine.
Is this not a great start?
His hands are cold, okay? He's a bit shaky at the
How
control.
big is this room, anyways? It's mostly made of metal, right?
Yes, mostly made of metal. This room from door to opposite wall is about 70 feet. The thing in the middle, the panel, the table at the middle would be about 35 feet from the door, as it's the center.
Was Crystal raised up into the air with this thing?
I assume she was standing on the platform to like reach up and try to shove it in.
Yes. That's
As
the
a
thing I do want to hold on to.
I don't think she's raised up off the floor, but she's like on her tippy toes trying to like shove this axe piece in.
I didn't know if it would take her with it.
I think that's also the first person it makes eye contact with, as this curved, arching, like elongated head, almost kind of like, actually, since we've been talking about it earlier, similar shape to like the alien heads, but it rounds off in a rounder like face mask. The eyes of it click in and start glowing with light and life as they make eye contact with you, Crystal, as the person who just is right there.
Hi. Can you look over there, please?
That is
Or you-
Clay's
Hey,
his
when
burial
you're
be up next.
Who are you? Can you say when you say look over there? Are you pointing at something?
I was pointing over towards the door. Really, I was just pointing generically
Alright.
to my left, but yeah.
Point over towards the door, and Clay's just over there like, wait, what? No, don't point at me.
What does that mean? There. Not there. Over there.
As it
One
has
complete
looked
opposite
in the
direction.
direction both times. Barry, you are up.
Alright. How close are people to this thing?
Right now, I know for a fact that Crystal is going to be right there. However, the others have a choice. I should ask of how far away from the center table they wish to be and where.
I was touching it.
Okay, so you're also right there at the center table piece, and you would have to be at the center table piece, Barry, to hit it with them all.
There's a bit down with this. He's
So really, it's just a question
exploding.
of where Shmi and Nessa wanted to be.
Y'all might not want to stand around too close.
Nessa filled it with oil, so I would assume that she moved away in case there was a boom.
Fair, that has
Would
some
my
range on it.
explosion make her fire go off?
I don't. I think it needs fire damage to ignite.
Oh,
I don't know.
interesting.
There's a lot of stuff that also ignites off of lightning.
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah.
I'll debate that one. We'll roll a chance for it. Since it's not fire, we'll give it a chance instead of guaranteed. How's that?
Alright.
That was my game
Yes.
plan.
Explosion isn't exactly accounted for in base D&D as a damage type.
You're talking about the classic
It should be in a
damage type.
And that's why they are wrong.
Alright. 1, 2, 4. I want too many. Where the fuck are my dice?
I believe it is 2d8 as you rage. And this will go to Tanya, Nessa, and... Not Nessa. Tanya, Tanya and Crystal. Why is this so hard for me?
These deck
Wow.
saves, we were just taking it.
This is just flat damage that happens for being stuck near him.
Wait, what?
Told you not to stand
Not
near
you.
me.
It's Crystal and Tanya that are about to take damage.
Tanya, I'm sorry. Crystal, you've done this shit to me before.
Yeah,
I don't feel too bad.
I like how Crystal's eye to eye with this, sees this happening. It's like, yeah, that's fair. Like, yeah, today's gonna suck some. Just the energy.
Alright, 10 damage.
All right, as it
Crystal.
rocks it midair, as now it's seeing like Barry too, and it's like it's a very intense couple seconds as it's trying to process everything.
And now I want to hit it. Wait, didn't I have
Go
a
for
second
it.
attack for this thing as well? Oh,
You
give me a
get a
second.
hit twice.
Oh yeah, I did. Okay.
You have
Well, I mean,
multi-attack.
Yeah, I don't remember. It's been too long. I'll take your. Yeah, I have extra attack. Okay. That's a 7. Okay, 25. Hit.
Yes. Yes, it will.
Okay. 7 4. 12, 19 to 21.
That will also hit.
Wait, no, that's not the.
Oh, that's your damage. Sorry, I thought you were rolling both your hits.
A reaction spin. My ancient sword will also have that for me.
Oh, okay.
Add that on.
Sorry, Tanya.
As you explode, and Tanya just swings out the sword that coats the shield and actually splits part of the explosion off in this sword as it swings through.
Alright. 21 to hit.
Absolutely hits. And 21 damage, you said, for the other one.
Yep. And that's 15 for a damage. 15 damage for a second attack.
Gotcha.
What the fuck? Give up
As
grenades
you,
from?
I don't know, step in and start to swing and just as these two cannon fodder blows smash into its chest and then pivot into slam into its like hip area.
Does it look like it has a shield, or is it a robot?
As it flares, it hits and flares. Actually, I don't. It hits and flares and staggers, but it's hard to say if it has a shield or not. It seems to have impacted it directly.
The electricity to do stuff against it good?
We'll have to find
That's
out.
a good question. You don't know.
Apparently I have both explosives and rocket launcher ammo again. I don't know.
You would have to find out.
Why? Yeah.
Anything else with your turn?
Not really, no.
Okay. At the end of Barry's turn, it is going to use its first legendary action to out of the way of all of this and to the side of the room. About 25 feet away.
Ooh, neat. Teleportation.
Tanya, your turn. And then Schmeat, you're on deck after this.
It's gonna get a bit of a head turn. Huh. Sit there and flourish the blade, spin it some, and point it at it. Mark it.
All right.
Use my free use bonus action to mark the target.
Target is marked.
And
As
let's
your
run that.
tattoos start to glimmer some.
Let's run that 25 feet and just jumping, ice pick, double slash, spin around, hit the third attack.
All right. As you jump up and unleash your flurry.
Yeah, I was hoping it would stay in the middle for advantage. Oh, there. And my first hit, I'll say whatever attack hits first with the ancient blade, if one of them hits, gets the extra D. Was it D8 or D6? I just have the charges written down.
D6, I believe.
Yeah, I think it was D6 because it's based off the elemental absorption one. Let's see, we have Dirty 20 for the first,
That will hit.
crit for the second, and 16 for the last one.
The 16 will miss.
And smite on crit.
All right. Roll all of your damage.
I will be spending 2 points on the smite. Okay.
Gotcha.
Well, I gotta separate the crit math. I need a D6.
As this flurry unleashes, and then of course you start to swing the sword, and as it impacts, your tattoos flash in a heavy pulse as it seems to pull something out of it for a second and jar it loose. And it actually staggers forward into this one.
Do you need separate damage types?
You're doing slashing and force, correct?
Yes, and explosive.
And explosive. No.
All right. So the first attack is 4, 5, 6 plus 5. So 20. Yeah.
Okay.
And second one, which is the crit. 9, 17, 20. So 28 times 2 goes to 56. Yes. Plus 5, so 61.
Ouch. We're at 81.
And then the third one misses.
Alright, and the third one misses, right? 81 as you just like hit it, and as it staggers, you swing that final third one in. And it just kind of like twirls the glaive in one hand, and it just ting, and intercepts and defends itself from your last hit.
2 ancient blades hit. The non-enhanced blade, no hit. Sorry, you look really cool and really pretty and super awesome, but we gotta kill you because you might be killing us, and we gotta get out of here.
And then you hear
Sorry, I also
coming out of it.
I also don't speak that language. Sorry.
That brings it to Schmeat and Nessa. You'll be the next player up.
Is it? Is it legendary action?
No, it has not yet.
Okay.
How far
I
away
gave
did
it a
it
couple
move?
more penalties for the whole buzz axe on its arm.
How far away did it move from me?
I'd say your movement's 40. I'd say you could just get to it if you wish to rush it. Schmeat?
Yep.
What's happening?
Bonus action, hail.
You
Oh,
rage,
bonus
mate.
action rage and tail. Okay, sorry. I was like, bonus action tail. What?
Not that rage.
No, fair. Okay, no, I get you now. Sorry, it took a second. As you start to like hit your bit, your rage starts to, and instead of the normal arms coming off you, a tail starts to like kind of like a rapid growing kind of like slurping noise. You have a whole
Is it
stalker
covered
tail
in,
flipping out.
is it covered in oil?
The creature is the creature is still covered in oil.
Shotgun.
All right. Are you assume running over to it?
So you're
Yeah.
probably running. How many rounds do you have left on that?
I got 2.
Oh, hey, look
That's
at that.
literally enough for 2 normal shots or 1 dex save, I think.
Yeah, because of the deck save. That's, you know what?
Does it have flanking with Tanya?
Not with a gun.
Does Tanya have to make the deck save as well?
If he uses the line and you're in it, but he could probably easily avoid that with just the 2 of you.
Yeah, avoid that deck save.
All right, you wanted to make a dex save?
Mm-hmm.
That is a 12.
I beat it by 1.
All right, roll your damage, and just because it was your oil there, Nessa, roll 3d4.
Right.
Man, Is there already 11?
Yes.
Eight.
All right.
That
This is
is
very weird.
13 damage.
Alright, 13, so a total of 21 damage off of that as you fire the shotgun in a brief inferno just from all of it, and it burns away fairly quickly in the intensity of the heat. And we'll note here that as its skin ripples and it recovers from the blow, it did not do as much as you would have hoped.
That what?
As some of its energy continues to crackle down it, apparently shielding it slightly from this impact, from this fire.
And let's see, a dirty 20.
Well, that will hit. Is this with gun or your claw? Oh, this has to be with your claw or your tail. Sorry, not claw. Your tail, doesn't it?
Yep. You got a 10-foot reach on it. That's going to be 8 damage.
8 damage. As the tail slashes across it, countering no unique resistance. All right. It is the Guardian's turn. Like I said, though, Nestle, you'll be the next player up. It is going to look down and assess who just hit it. It is going to look at Tanya and then look at Clay and make a decision. And I think at this turn, it's going to try to hit... It's probably going to hit Tanya at the moment because she just really heard it, as it's going to raise its glaive and just spin it down as it just works in a humming one.
If it's above 20, yes.
18
18?
is not above 20.
18 just meets.
I was confused. I was like, it's 18, not above 20. What?
Well, we've had this conversation before. Of the only one who can go above 20 is Bertram.
I know, but I said 18. That's why I was confused.
I did. It cut off. It cut off as you read it. That's why.
Okay.
Technically, I can go above 18.
Yeah, you have your shield. You have your parry with your tail out, right? Any chance this is energy damage?
You take 21 force damage as it just carves through with this energy glaive.
Hey, can I parry that?
With your sword?
Yes.
I'm gonna say no, since force is the esoteric stuff that they don't understand.
Okay.
Because force is kind of associated to siren powers and iridian tech, which are very not understood.
Okay. I gotta do math. It's a 28, right?
21.
Okay, 21. Okay, that follows. So shield
Yes.
goes down, and then 6 carries over. All right. 65, 66.
Bonus action.
Actually, wait, no. Not 67. 6.
You guys will notice as it's going to lift one of its other glaive and point as a bonus action, and a glow and mark is starting to appear and brand itself above Clay's back.
Hey, I think it's doing the thing that I do. Oh no, it's doing the thing that I might be doing maybe.
And Nessa, you're up. Crystal, you'll be next on deck.
Hey Clay.
What has been effective so far?
Force, slashing, and explosive all seem to be neutral, and fire was resisted.
Fire was resistant.
I don't really have anything. What kind of door is that?
That is a heavy metallic iridium-based door.
You have gone.
Is he trying to get it open by hacking or something?
Clay is trying to do something with the panel to try to get it open. Right now, it's in a lockdown.
Gun do no good against robot. What mean?
Guns
What
don't
need?
against the robot before.
Are you going to try and help Clay out then?
Yeah, I think so. I don't have anything else I can do battle-wise that would be
Okay.
effective.
Well, I was gonna say, gun physical stuff seems to be normal on it if you wish.
What's the
But you
thing
could also
above his head right now?
You don't know. It seems to be a marker of some point designated by the Guardian.
Is it above his head as in like on the ceiling, or is it above his head as in like floating?
It's like floating like an inch off of his back.
So it's like diagonal?
It's like a flat circular with a couple like intersecting pieces against his back. It looks almost like a reticle, flat out, like floating just gently off his back.
I don't know what that is either.
Like an aiming reticle for games.
Oh, okay. I don't know what to do. I guess I'm gonna shoot it, because I don't know what else to do.
I was gonna say you could shoot it, or you could try to help Clay with what he's doing.
Well, I don't want to go over there with whatever the fuck that is.
That's fair. I was just saying you seem to be back and forth on that one.
Yeah, because I feel like I'm useless. I didn't know this was in this game.
Got any offensive spells?
No.
You got gun.
Guns are always
I
useful.
have, that's the only thing I do good.
You have gun with unlimited ammo. That's the highest damage one.
You could roll if you wish to shoot. Roll to hit.
$22.
That definitely hits.
I don't even know what this thing is. It doesn't make sense in my brain.
There's a picture of its rough body in chat. I tried to describe it, but it's a very odd one to describe.
That's why I went and got a picture.
I appreciate it.
Do you have heat metal?
That's 17.
17 damage?
Yeah.
That is pretty hefty. You do have a second attack with your turn, remember?
She's got a D12 plus 5.
Yeah.
That one's a 26 to hit.
That would still definitely hit.
That one's only 12.
That's still pretty hefty. That's a total of 29. As you just level aim and two sniper shots echo through this chamber as it staggers back as it smashes into it. You still have a bonus action, and that you can use. And Tex is probably near you.
Yeah, Tex is nearby. Tex is gonna bite it.
Alright, Tex is gonna race across, jump on, and try to bite it. Because of the two people attacking it at melee, I think flanking is officially in effect here and has advantage.
Ooh.
As Tex races across, claws screeching against the metal as he takes off at full speed.
That's 26 to hit.
Will in fact hit.
8.
8. As it just takes teeth and bite in and just rip it to the side, shredding some of the energy around
Nom
it.
nom nom.
I believe that. Do you wish to? Where do you wish to be in the room?
As far away from that as possible.
Would you like to move to be a bit farther?
Yes,
Okay, I'll let you use your movement
but
to
not
get
close
farther.
to Clayton.
Yeah, it's like if the door's at the top of that picture I sent, it's over to the left. You can move over towards the right.
Okay, as long as I'm not near Clayton, whatever that is.
Crystal, you're up. Barry will be the next player up.
Teleport away from. Where is it right now?
I heard my name.
About
What?
25 feet to your side.
I wanted to run up and punch it.
All right, you can sprint up and join the fray.
And get exploded.
Element?
Element. It resisted fire. So shock.
Okay.
Where is my punching? There's my punching modifier.
D10s.
I need the modifier to hit. There's a 30-20 hit. 20 total.
Dirty 20. Yes, it will.
Cool.
That.
Yeah, did you roll with advantage for the 3 people surrounding it?
Yes, I did
I
say
did
that.
not.
I did say flanking was in
Okay.
effect. Sorry, I should have reconfirmed that for you.
That was lower, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, 20 already hit, so it wasn't a crit. Same effect.
Yeah. That's a total of blah blah blah. That number plus that number. 11 shock.
All right, so it is actually extremely effective and doubled to 22 shock.
Oh. Interesting.
As lightning crashes into it and arcs across its whole body off of your hand as your tattoos flare brightly.
Well then. Offhand, can I hit it with the shock stick that I just been carrying around for forever?
Yes.
Cool.
I completely forgot you
is-
even had the shock stick.
I never use it
Let
because it's just
everybody have
the
a shock
shock.
stick.
What about your second? Oh, wait, no, never mind. We'll D-tag, not yet.
Not
Yeah.
yet, yeah.
That's higher for the 21, so that hits. I don't feel like rolling that, so I'm just going to do that. So that's 6 piercing.
All
and
right.
7 electric.
So 14, 20 total. Oof.
Yes.
As it burns into it.
Then I want to spend a key point to flurry of blows so I can punch it 2 more times.
Okay, punch it 2 more
Because
times.
why not? Punching hard. 20 total again, and
Absolutely.
higher.
And
No, no,
yep.
that's not higher. That's not higher. That's 18.
On the 18, it's probably going to use its reaction to split its glaive and parry that one. As you
Okay.
get most of your hits in, but on your last one, you're starting to lag a bit as you're preparing to take that step back out of its personal space, and it just spins your gauntlet wide.
Huh.
Interesting. That's 11 shock on the first one. Right. I'm looking for the right
11.
number. I'm just double checking to make sure I'm looking for the right number.
That's fair.
Yep, 11 shock on the first one. And 9 on the second.
Second one got parried.
Second one got parried.
That's
Doesn't
right.
matter.
So 22. Huh. All right.
I still love that Crystal's just walking around with a fucking Fallout
I think
style
all-
fucking power puncher.
It kind of, yeah, that's what's going on.
Did all of those have advantage? Should I have rolled them with advantage?
Yeah.
Yes.
Does that matter at this point? Because I know you parried one of them. I don't know if parry had a limit.
Parry generally it does have a limit.
Cool, I rolled a 6 on the first and 18 for the second one.
18
So
total or on the
18.
die?
18 on the die.
Alright, it would not have used its reaction then, and you could hit.
I told you the damage was 9.
Yes, so 18.
9 shock. Yeah. I forgot immediately about the advantage. I am sorry.
That happens.
And that's all I can
Alright. Alright.
Burry.
That brings it to Clay, who's going to make another attempt on the door. Sorry. That is better. As he is continuing to tap away and make progress. Barry, it brings it to you. Tanya, you'll be up next.
Alright. So can I run up to him and explode?
Yes, but you will get... Well, no, at the start of your turn is when it hits, so it'll happen before you explode before you can move. That's the downside of it
Aw.
auto happening.
You sure?
But
Yes.
fuck that table.
That table is getting fucked.
Alright. What the fuck with my math? Do you need damage for your table?
Nah, you're good. The table had an effect before the fight started.
Alright. Haven't noticed you. I haven't really noticed you now, Matt.
That's how,
Alright.
that's how your thing works.
Can attack.
Roll to hit.
With advantage.
25. I rolled both of my. I rolled all this right at the thing. It was like, because I was expecting to be able to. Okay, run up there and explode. Attack. And I had all. It's like, now you're gonna redo my fucking math, Matt. Fuck you very much. So many dice. Oh yeah,
It's
that's
okay.
What was your to hit?
25.
25 hits.
25.
Describe a finishing blow for me.
I take my maul and I just overhead strike it straight down to the overhead, just whoop, and just smash his skull into nothing. Just I
As he
put
just-
his skull inside his chest. All right.
Crunks down in, and light starts to hit as it dissipates and the light on above Clay's back disappears. However, Tanya, your lock-on does not disappear.
Huh. Where'd it go?
It's still there.
Barry, as far as you know, it just dissipated after you crushed it with a skull.
Yeah, because she just said, "Huh." It's still there. Where'd it go? Or no, it's where's it? She said, huh.
Where'd it go?
Where'd it go? Yeah.
The where to go is more above the game, but
I thought you said that in person. That made sense.
Matt, where to go?
Currently it is hard to say. It does not give you does not give you an omniscience of like Hunter's Mark give you like a hey, they're right here thing. It's
Look,
where
we're
you're
in a
actually
small-
looking, but you're in a small
We're in a
place.
small room.
Look back towards the center of the room, please.
Center of the room, what do we get?
Currently a table that is glowing with activity again.
Huh.
I run back to it. Wait. How's they even going? Did they even get my attacks in?
You smashed one.
I did one.
Hey, Barry.
Yeah?
Could you kill the table, please?
Kill a table. Okay, move
Kill the
over there
table.
to kill a table.
Roll to hit. You do not get advantage on the table.
21.
The table parries.
It
It's a
hits.
fuck. Say.
It is made of an extremely durable material.
It's also
That would have been
stationary.
funny. It is.
It's also stationary, yes.
But have you ever tried to punch the equivalent of a mithril or adamantine wall?
No?
No, I'm not
Oh.
trying to. I'm trying to go
No.
and attack it with a hammer.
Exactly.
21.
All right, as you hammer hits and ricochets off of the console.
Wait, didn't I already tell you? I exploded near there. Shouldn't I have done some damage to the table?
The table is an inactive object that does not matter when it is not active.
Yeah, but
You're
would
not
have actually...
currently damaging its structure, you are currently damaging processes happening of light particles and energy escaping.
But if I break the
You
damn
will not be
table,
able-
I can't go and do that.
You will
period.
not be able to break an iridian structure with your hammer. It has survived spaceship fire.
Except that was magic explosion that I was doing that hurt it.
Sir, do your explosions compare to ship fire?
Yes.
You
I'm
are lying to
explosion man.
yourself. Tanya, you are up.
Huh. Big strong berry bounce off table.
He hit it, and it caused the fluctuation of the energy processes. But the table
Kill the table.
Hmm. You know, Matt, I rolled 4 attacks ahead of time.
Go for it. Oh, you rolled them at advantage, though, didn't you?
No, because I figured it would teleport again.
Fair.
So it was 3 attacks, and then I wanted a bonus action drink using the free iridium point that I've just been holding on to.
Oh, for the quicken effect?
Yeah.
Fair.
It was 20, 19, 18, 14 on the die.
I believe those all hit, yeah. I don't know your modifier, but I believe those all hit. Is what I think it is.
Well, the modifier for attacking is +8 or +7.
Okay, yeah, those all hit. And your charisma one?
That makes it it's also 7.
Okay, so then, yeah, those all hit.
Do they do any damage to the table? Do I need to
No, like I said, there are damages and effects happening while the process is running. It's just not the table itself that you're damaging.
Okay.
Especially
Do I
when
need-
you're throwing energy behind tax.
Do I need to separate the damage between melee and energy?
No.
One of you and one of you. And let's spend 1 point, because the first one, fuck this table. Before it can sit there and make a fully formed other one or something. 5, 6, 7.
Oh yeah, Crystal, your buzz axe is on the ground next to your feet now.
Cool, I'm collecting that
That's fair.
as soon as I possibly can. I'm
No,
not
I'm just
using
gonna
any
give
of
it to
them.
you. I'm just giving it.
Nine-
Yeah.
19 times 2, go to 38.
38.
Plus 4, no, plus 5, because it's the first sword. 43.
43 damage.
Second one, 15.
Alright.
Third one, 7.
And then the
Gotcha.
drain. And then the drain. Oh, that's disappointing. 3d8 for 6 damage. Oh wait,
That all
sorry.
happens sometimes.
Sorry. Lost modifier to 10. That makes it more better.
The +4. Gotcha.
Dude,
As you
Trying to feel anything from the drain?
you get energy back as if you had drained life force on this one. As you unleash a flurry of attacks on a table. Right, it's still having an effect, but there's still something weird about wailing on a table, Titania, I think.
Yeah.
And just trying to pull life force from a table, which even more confusingly currently has worked.
You know, this is the first time I've tried drinking a table, and for some reason, it's working.
Shmeek, you're up.
What's it made out of?
The table?
Is it wood?
Food.
Iridium
It's the
stuff.
iridium infrastructure of metals.
Oh, I was gonna buy it, but it doesn't sound.
Alien
Feeling.
10.
You're welcome to try.
Eat it with your fist of fury.
Hey Nessa, any chance you could turn this table off?
I can try.
I'm gonna stab it twice with my tail.
Alright, stab it twice with your tail. As you sprint and like lunge across this room at it again.
My fist.
I like to picture just the Iridian Guardian, whatever programming thing is like, shit, how did they know we were in the table?
It's like, come on, I'm a table, man. Why?
I can also punch it too, right? Unarmed strike.
Yes, as a bonus action from your monk stuff, because that is a simple weapon, which becomes a monk weapon.
Am I just rolling for damage or am I rolling to hit?
Oh, you're
You
rolling
gotta
to
roll
hit.
the table.
Okay. I'll make sure. D20.
The table's hard to hit.
First
Table's made out of
attack,
very, very hard to break material.
gonna be 18.
18 will hit.
Okay, second attack. Going. 3 times.
Wait,
That's higher.
Wait, an 18 hit, then why didn't Barry get to roll damage?
Because he hates me right now.
Did the table
He rolled
actually
damage.
parry him?
No, he rolled damage. He rolled damage, and I wrote it down on top of what he did. Because I have a marker from your 4 and then the one above it, which is his. It's just he hit the monster once, and then his second, he hit the guardian and his other form once, then he hit the table once.
Okay, it made it sound like at first you denied his damage on the table.
No, he hit it and disrupted the energies, I said. It just like he ricocheted off that and it disrupted the process.
You're
so-
thinking about the fact that when I exploded earlier at the start of the round, he didn't count that.
I know about that, I just missed the melee hit part anyway.
Second attack was higher.
That's fair.
Last one. 17.
17 just misses.
Okay. I do have a question. If I do use unarmed strike, am I using the fighting style unarmed strike, or am I using?
Technically, unarmed strike from the fighting style would improve your monk dice solely for your martial arts dice solely for punching.
Yeah, it's like it's fighting style
So you
unarmed
would
fighting.
use the unarmed fighting style.
I got like I don't have unarmed strike like regular, but then unarmed fighting style.
Yeah, you have
unarmed
the fighting style. Use the fighting style for your punch.
And then
You just have to use your martial arts die for effects that ask for that specifically later.
Okay, so I just want to punch him to shoot that one. Gotcha. So that's the difference in damage. Okay. Am I still raging? Yeah, I'm still raging. What am I doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Me fucking bullymong hopping over here with a fucking like scorpion tail, stab, stab.
Okay.
What the fuck is this thing stabbing our table? I don't know.
Why is this stabbing our table?
This is bullshit.
Where else are we gonna have a coffee break?
On the broken
Why
table.
does the table have so much health?
Because Matthew hates us. Because we tempted fate.
This isn't the first time we've dealt with powerful furniture or objects. Building.
Are we sure it's not a mimic?
Dun dun dun. What'd you get on your damage there?
I'm adding it up.
Okay. I thought you just said it and I missed it somehow.
It's gonna end up being 23 damage.
That is a decent chunk as you slash and stab into it. Unleash a flurry of like, how do you attack with your tail? I'm genuinely curious.
I'm going to go front flip, slashing, and then come down with a stab.
Ah, I see. Okay, that's pretty cool. As you just do that, as you proceed through the flip and downward stab, and just ching, shing. And unfortunately, you just catch the foot on the lip and edge of the table instead of any of the thing that might interrupt it, and that last punch just doesn't do great.
The elbow drop miss.
Oh, the elbow drop. Sorry, I grabbed the wrong description.
Oh no, you're fine.
That brings it to its turn, and it will reform on the table, having taken some of the worn systems as you've messed with its reforming process. Bonus action, it's going to try one more time. Its thing will appear over Clay's back.
Oh, this is gonna be annoying.
And I would like everyone to make a dex save.
Well, hey. The two people next to me get a +4 extra.
Am I
Not
next to you?
everyone. Sorry, I should be very specific. Everyone next to it. So Barry, Tanya, and Schmeat.
Well, everyone making a save. Get an
How's a
extra.
17 do?
I also have
passes.
17.
17 passes. What did Schmeat get?
That's an 18 before adding.
That definitely passes. You guys would take, you guys pass, so instead of the full, you will take the half as it grabs its, like let's go with its saber for a second, its glaive for a second, and the energy field, and it just rotates around it at a higher rate, and you guys take 25 force damage as you get out of the way of the worst of it, but you catch some nicks and slashes as it just spins around it, trying to knock you backwards some.
25 is the halved, correct?
25 is the halved.
What about with the raging?
Rage does not affect force damage.
It's fine. It hasn't even broken my shield yet. I'm fine.
It broke mine. Take a
It's
10
the
damage.
Guardian's turn. Nessa, you are up.
Wait, you have more than
You'll be up
25
after
too?
that.
Yes, I have 30 shield.
You need to try to run to the table.
You got
Wait,
the
what?
big boy shield.
All right, you're
I have a
going to run
question.
to the table.
Wait, stop, hold on. What the fuck is fire spike being? I think it's fire spike.
That means whenever
Sure.
something hits you with a melee attack, it takes damage.
Does that count?
That was not actually a melee attack. That was effectively a power used as a deck save around it.
Fair.
It was it let go of its weapon and it spun around it, kind of like a discus. It didn't actually strike you. But if anybody actually hits you, that's good to keep in mind. If I ever describe somebody running up, like holding a weapon and smacking you, they take fire damage.
To be fair, it's been so long I forgot what half the shit was. I mean,
That's okay. That's why I'll just give you that descriptor. That's an important note. That's fair. Nessa, you're up. You said you're going to try down to the table to interfere with it?
Am I close enough I can do that?
Oh yeah, you can run up to the table, all right.
our bear's gonna explode soon. Right there, at the
Turn it
table.
off.
You can run to the other side of the table.
I got told to turn it off.
I mean,
You're trying
I'm
to
not
turn it
gonna
off.
stop you, but I'm still gonna explode. Have fun.
Big a disadvantage tech. You're trying to puzzle out new technology.
I'm really good at these. $18.
18 won't turn it off, but roll 4d10.
Change the language settings. It's now in Spanish.
You invert its controls, and you interrupt its process some.
It now has tank controls. It has to sit there and then turn before it can actually go any direction.
$27.
Oh, great. 27 as it 27 damage straight to its health as you disrupt some of its processes and the effect of trying to like cut the energy from it.
Tex is going to bite it.
All right, roll to hit.
Does text
No
get
thought,
advantage?
just bite.
Yeah, I'll give him advantage.
Hell yeah. He got 19.
Will hit.
Yes. No.
Yes, it will.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Sorry, I was doing math on the damage still.
13. He maxed it out.
All right. As the text jumps on its back and starts tearing into its shoulder.
Big bite.
Are you? You probably have a little bit of movement if you wish to back up from the table.
I probably should since I see Barry there.
Yeah, Barry's going to explode soon.
Bear's gonna have some fun.
Barry doesn't care if he kills Nessa.
Not at this point, no. Bear's
All
not
right.
that good.
As you back away,
Nessa's still got her shield. So
never
it'll be
mind.
fine.
You back up. Probably you have like 10, 15 feet left. Back up out of
Okay.
that. At the end of your turn, it's going to activate one of its legendary actions and teleport over to Clay.
What's a legendary action?
A legendary action is something given to boss monsters that they can use at the end of other turns to try and help cope for the
Numbers
action
advantage.
economy that's constantly in favor of the players. Effectively, it's to help cope for the fact that you guys have a total of 5 turns versus its 1.
Wait, did I
Hey,
just spawn a
Clay.
monster? Yeah, at all.
What? I'm busy right now.
It's behind you.
Is what now?
And it put a thing.
Turns around.
It put a thingy. It put a floaty thingy on your back.
Fuck. Crystal, you're up.
I'm up.
Mhm.
It went over to Clay. How far is
Is it
that?
From you, probably like 30 feet.
20.
Say,
25,
Opposite.
30 feet.
opposite side of the room.
Yeah.
Clay's doing a thing trying to get us out here. I'm trying to get it.
Yeah, he's trying to open the door for you guys. Your goal is currently keep him alive to open door.
So I'm gonna run up and try to stab at it with the
Bring it
shock
back
stick.
to me!
With the what?
Get it distract the shock stick.
Oh, the shock stick.
It's
Sorry.
the same thing as before. So I'm sorry, I got distracted. I got very distracted as I realized I could do something, but I'm not going to do that thing.
Cone of
So,
electricity.
So same as before. Is it gauntlet, stick, flurry?
Yeah, same thing.
Okay, roll all.
Have you had a
four
long
hits.
rest since? Have you had a long rest since our fight this morning?
Yeah, you guys finished off a long rest, so yeah.
Okay. I didn't bump up my things back to full.
That's fair.
I'm assuming all these attacks are at normal.
These are, yeah, just with the way it is, just roll your 4 attacks and you can total up your damage. Just separate piercing and shock.
Yeah.
Because I don't think you can one round down it.
I probably can't. Does a 17 hit it?
17 just hits.
Okay.
Does it parry?
That's what I was debating. Yeah, the first one, the 17, as it just starts to hit, it is going to spin that and just ping and blow your first strike out of the way.
That was the second strike, actually.
Oh,
The
well, the
first one,
17,
that's a,
but it just parried. Whichever one that
All
is.
the other ones do hit, though.
Yeah.
Okay. I said the first strike was a with the shock stick, so I had to stick to it. First strike with the shock stick. I don't remember the number, but I know it's higher than 17. You want me to just roll damage then?
Yeah, just separate the. You can total your damages up. Just separate piercing from the shock.
That's gonna take me just a minute or two.
One of your dice is pierce, one of your dice is shock.
I think he means for the total of all of them.
For all of it.
Well,
Yeah.
you only have one one non-shock die, so just separate that one die that isn't shocking.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm gonna roll all the damages. That's great.
All right. What is Clay gonna do on his turn? This is kind of a not ideal spot, but he can't really stop. You guys might be screwed.
The dodge action.
But if he takes the dodge action, he can't finish off on. Well, he can't keep working on the door this round.
I don't know what Clay's abilities are. Bonus
Abilities
action.
are to die because he's an NPC.
I've used key point. Okay, I have a total for you.
All right, go for it.
Total of 5 piercing
Gotcha.
and 36 shock.
I'm assuming that's not doubled, because if so, that's remarkably low. Which
That's
brings it
not
to
doubled, that's-
72 plus 5 for 77.
Yep.
No, you can't one-shot it, but man, if you didn't royally fuck it up as you unleash a flurry of punches, tattoos gleaming bright blue with a crackling electricity with baton strike in the middle of it.
Oh wait, I forgot. I have a thing I can do. Free action. Or using my Orator thing to get a free action.
Action surge.
stab it
Yes,
and
you
punch
can
it
use
again.
that. You can use that today.
Yeah,
Use that.
that hits. And that hits. Cool.
One more
Give me
punch.
a second. One more
Well,
punch.
two-weapon fighting can kick in effect.
And one more shock stick stab. 6 more piercing. That was the wrong thing. That's the thing I meant to do. Sorry. 6 more piercing and total for the shock. 14 more shock.
14 for 28 plus.
Not 14. 12. 12 more shock.
12 for 24 plus 6, 30 even. Nice easy number.
Yeah.
As you start to dip into it, and for a brief second, crystal starts to flicker slightly between dimensions and accelerate past her normal limits of speed and continuing the flurries.
Where's my... There's my...
Most of everything there, unless you'd like to back up some. I think that's everything. Prove me wrong, though. I have been proven wrong before.
It has used its reaction, so could I just get in front of Clay? So that if it tries
Well, its
to attack
melee
me,
is up
it can
against
attack
Clay,
me
so you
first.
want to be leaving anything.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I tend to do.
Step between the two of them. At the end of your turn, it is going to use 2 of its legendary actions to activate its grounded effect and pull part of the remnants of lightning in to re-strengthen its shield. And the tower glows a little bit, really strengthening it and reinforcing some of the barriers on its shield. It is royally fucked up again.
Wish I could do something to stop that. Oh.
Clay is gonna make a gamble and keep going. He told you guys to keep him off of him. He's gonna trust you guys to keep him off of him.
I think Barry might be about to smash it again. Just maybe.
Oh, so close.
Maybe.
I would very much prefer to smash the damn
He's got
console
shot at,
if
like
it
getting
does
real close, guys. One more, just a couple more. In fact, just one more, I think, and effectively, you guys have to just keep him healthy for one more round, which is going to work. Which is going to be all he needs to make this work. Barry, you're up.
Alright. So exploding console does nothing, right?
No, but you damage Shmeet and Tanya.
They'll be fine.
Let's
They
cut that.
take 10 damage.
Let's cut that 10 to 5 again.
Gotcha.
Yeah. They'll be fine.
Excuse me.
Alright. Alright, 21 to hit.
Will hit.
$20 damage.
Noted.
Second one. Wait, how much damage is it? What's happening? Okay. 25 to hit.
Will hit.
22 damage.
That also hits as you send 2 heavy crashing blows into its back as it is turned to face Clay.
She's starting to piss me off. Alright, and then for my movement, I guess I, how close is it to, Clay?
You had to use your movement to get to it since it teleported over to Clay.
How close am I to Clay?
If you're meleeing it, you're close to Clay.
Am I within 10 feet of Clay?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's in melee with Clay, and you're in melee with it. So, yes.
And I stop being within 10 feet of Clay.
Yes, you can back up some.
Okay.
As you take a couple skipping steps backwards, so you know you don't nuke Clay when he's in the middle of trying to work on this.
Alright. That's
I
it
did
for
roll.
me.
I didn't roll a concentration check. It's higher than 12.
Fair. That brings it to Tanya.
Do I have advantage on the flank, or is Barry too far away?
With both Crystal and nope, Crystal, because Barry backed off. But yeah, you can get it with Crystal.
Excellent. Excellent. That was needed. All right. First attack will be, say, first sword is 24 to hit. Were you gonna say? Do I have to do sword, or can I do sword, offhand, suck, or does it have to be sword, suck, offhand, second sword?
As long as one of you can get your 2 weapon fighting in as long as one of your attacks is made with your other weapon.
Okay.
So if you want to just make it easier for how you're processing things, yes, you can roll 1 attack, offhand attack, and then set out your second multi-attack for the side.
Wait a minute. That's right, I have a channel divinity that recharged. I can just get health from that. Let's see. Second hit is 22, and third one is 19.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna do 3 sword swings, and
Okay,
use
sword swings.
And I'll mark off 1 more point on the first hit for the channel divinity to just heal myself the damage that I do on the smite, pretty much. Mark that off.
It really was a good one that they gave that one when they set that subclass out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and the extra d6 on the first hit for the berries. For the berries explosion. Okay. Uh, 26, and I'm getting 13 back. On the first hit. That was the first. That's the one with the smite. Not gonna smite the other 2. Just gonna.
Okay.
Oh wait, sorry, didn't add my 5 damage, so add 5 more for whatever I just said.
Gotcha.
Add 13 back there. Slurp. 10 on the second damage.
Gotcha.
And 11 on the third.
Gotcha. That is a lot of damage.
Hunter's Mark.
Everybody proceeds to rush back across the room and lay into it.
D10 plus D8.
Yep, as you just tear into this thing's back as it staggers forward again. Not out, but definitely injured. Shmeet.
You just die over there?
No.
You just sound like that.
Oh, sorry.
You struck awake.
Oh, wait, shit, my channel divinity has to modify.
I was in the middle of drinking coffee.
At
It
12
is your
at night?
turn.
Afa.
Tell me I can't judge.
He is like 35 feet away.
I have plenty of time. Yeah.
Come get. You have advantage.
Stab, uppercut.
Stab, uppercut as you fly across the room like a demonic little gremlin that you are.
First attack, nat 20. Second attack is going to be my attack again. That's going to be 18 for the second attack, and unarmed fighting punch uppercut going to be 6. 19.
Alright.
Any chance he meets a minimum damage threshold and just murders it?
Oh wait, you said I have advantage, right?
Yeah.
Oh, let me re-roll that last one. I'll go with the first one, because the last one, the other one was
Alright.
good.
That is a hefty sum, and it is starting to have issues holding its life form together, but it is still there.
That's going to be 40-10 in total. Yes.
What? He got super quiet.
Oh, I'm just looking at him. That's a lot of damage. Okay.
Doing the math.
Oh, the math.
Don't forget to add your rage damage.
It's just, technically, just everything up is plus 15. In total, it is going to be 42 damage.
Alright, yep, like I said, you start to unleash a flurry of attacks, slashing with the tail and throwing elbows and knees, and it manages to weather the storm, still holding its form together. But you guys have brought it very close. It is going to activate a unique, it's, what is it called? Flurry. It's going to activate its effect. It's a whirlwind strike. It's going to make one attack on each of you. So Clay, Barry, Tanya, Shmi, and Crystal. That is 5 attacks. Clay's is a hit.
Anyone got Sentinel?
Plus 8.
What Sentinel work there?
It's hitting
Barry,
another
20.
range.
Very
I was just when they ran away from you.
Matt. A 20 hits
cannot
just about
remember, I
everyone.
cannot remember everybody's AC.
17.
I understand. Okay. You take
I'm not God.
16. It's not hard to hit 20 AC, actually. You take 16 force damage, so I have to ask. Oh, wait, no, I forgot. Sorry, I need to roll something else.
Hey, look, his shield's down now, finally.
Finally, yes.
Sorry.
Does in
You
fact
take
break the
20
shield.
force damage total.
Okay, that's actually helps you. That's more even. Okay.
Tanya, you're next in the line.
18
That
to
is a
hit.
miss. That is a miss. Schmeat, you're next in line.
Alright.
That is going to hit. So
Wait, what is it? What is it?
24?
Can I beat that? Let me see.
You've got like a D10 parry, don't you?
Is it? Oh yeah, it was changed into a D10. Or was it into a D8?
It's whatever your tail dice is, isn't it? It's been a long time since I looked at the Beast Barbarian one, but I'm pretty sure it's whatever the tail damage is.
We changed the tail damage to a D10.
Matt, do you remember? Is that right?
Yeah, it's whatever he's rolling for his tail damage.
Oh,
Yeah, so you have a
grab the
D10.
D10.
You got a D10 to deflect, possibly.
There's a chance. How much was it?
24.
I got close. I got a 22.
Well, that's fair. That's pretty good still. That's not.
I think I would have to roll like a 9 for that. I think.
What's your AC?
Yeah, I would have to roll
21
a 9.
force damage to you, Schmeat.
My AC 15. 21.
And what's that? 17 plus 25 for Crystal.
And a hit. I heard a lot.
Force damage or 25 to hit?
25.
I've been rolling like crap for damage.
If that was to hit, yes, that hits.
I rolled the exact same thing for like half of these. 21 damage, force damage to Crystal.
It's a melee attack?
Yes.
Okay.
And he keeps his focus on what he's doing pretty well.
Wait a minute, berry spikes.
Yeah, this would activate berry spikes.
Oh,
20
did it actually hit me this time? Oh, 8 fire spike.
How much damage?
I don't fucking know. It's just 8 fire spike. I assume 8.
Yes, okay, 8 damage. It takes 4 because of the resist that. I would have laughed if that had disintegrated it, but it does not.
I was
Well,
I was hoping it would.
Nessa, your turn's up.
time to die.
And yes, I said no, I work on the table earlier, but it's trying to kill Kay. Trying to kill him. Could you please really help shoot this thing?
Uh-oh.
Or help play.
Yeah, let's shoot it.
All right. You can roll to hit.
Does she have advantage?
Should I get
No.
advantage?
Not for guns.
I did earlier.
You had advantage for Texas melee.
No, I also had advantage on my guns.
Not in this
Oh
fight.
no. If you rolled it by accident, if you rolled it for that, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it for that. To get flanking, you have to be in melee. That's okay though. Happens.
One's a dirty 20.
Will hit. Can't parry.
And the other one is well over a dirty 20.
Definitely cannot do that. Roll your damage. Actually, no, you hit twice.
Yeah.
How do you finish it? It had 10 health left. And I know your modifiers cover that.
+5.
Shoot it in the face.
As it's like dealing down and bears on Clay, rears it up again to take another swing at him, you just double shots in the front face of it where the helmet just dissipates into the light particles first before the whole body follows. And actually, because of the initiative order, it can't come back in time, and Clay will finish getting the door open. As it, he was like, all right, there we go. That's the first thing down. Let's go.
Right.
Everybody piling through, or do you guys want round 3 with the thing?
I'm
We
gonna
could-
punch a table on the way up.
Yeah, so we could go for the table.
We could go for the table.
Oh, we're gonna come back through this way.
No, Nessa's leaving.
Okay,
getting-
bailing.
I'm hitting the table with a cantrip on the way out.
That's fair.
Aren't we gonna have to come back through this way?
No, this is the end for us at the moment. How does my cantrip
Table?
that blocks healing affect this?
You know, that's an interesting question that I don't have to worry about because you won't be around to see the consequence.
Fair enough. Do you want me to roll damage?
Now,
Okay.
Oh, but I was gonna hear corrosive.
I won't stop you from giving a corrosive smack and running out of the room.
I mean, I'm at the door right now, right? That means I have to run all the way over there, punch it, and then run all the way back. And I
Yeah,
don't
that
think
would
I
be
can
about
do that
70
long.
feet of movement.
Yeah. So I'll just hit it with corrosive line.
One use of it to say fuck you.
Yeah.
I
Drop that
respect it.
Drop the 30-foot line.
I respect it. So is everybody heading into the next room then?
Yep.
All right. As you guys,
I have a question for Crystal though. How does she do her lines and stuff? Visually.
that is fair.
I don't recall the description.
I don't think I ever described it. Ooh.
Do you just shoot Hadokens or something?
If you do not know immediately, fair. You can tell us different time.
I think that's be the easiest way to describe it right now, because I can't really crack the ground. And just infuse the ground with a line of corrosive nonsense.
Cool.
That
As it
sounds
just
weird.
races forward along that.
I thought it was very
Alright,
similar to firebending.
Yeah.
I wanted
How
to
did
be
you-
similar to firebending. It depends on which way I want to do it. Whether I want to punch it out, or just be lazy and stomp.
So similar to
stomp my foot
Firebend.
down. Yeah.
Hey, I mean, I
Alright.
do finger gun things.
So, as everybody piles into the next
Your
room,
guns aren't thematic.
They are thematic for Borderlands.
Not thematic. I said dramatic.
Oh. Anyways,
Carry on.
as everybody piles into the next room and Clay hits the things to shut the door behind you, you guys start forward, and in this room, the other opposite door you can already see just glimpses of here is sealed. And as the door shuts behind you, you watch those two domes on those podiums just up into another set of 10 foot tall, glowing rods of seems like energy and electricity crackling off of them heavy, and you watch as from corners of each corner of the room nodes light up, and smaller versions of the enemy you just fought start to light up and fill into the corners of the room as bits arc from this centerpiece to them.
I would like to drink the water.
Starting out with a total of 8 enemies that you can keep track of in this room already.
Hey, wait. If I do my,
But-
oh, sorry.
We'll have to wait for next session to figure that out. It is already 12:30.
If I bubble them, does it count as bubbling the ground as well for drinking? This is a question for next time.
That is a question for next time. I will think on that. That is interesting. But we're going to call it here as you guys walk into a new room of wonder and dungeon. And enemies abound again. The threat's not done. Hopefully you all can continue with the level of luck you guys had this time. You did really good. I said that kind of poorly, but I mean that sincerely. You guys did a lot to it.
Pat, you did very well.
This is our usual.
Oh.
Well,
get outta
now
here.
it just feels less genuine. Yeah, we'll call it there. Next time, hopefully, we can escape the dungeon and see how the clan wars go.
Bye.
Bye!
Bye.
Race war.